We're online 24/7. You're listening to the hottest gospel radio station on the planet. The all new JHMRadio.com.
Your small business is a big deal. Grow it even bigger with SEMrush, the all-in-one marketing platform. Attract new customers and outrank competitors. Visit semrush.com/grow for a free trial.
Just like the story behind every amazing song, Nashville has a lot to share beyond the world-class tunes that make us Music City. Taste the good life from our amazing chef-driven restaurants, so good that they will make your palate sing. Indulge yourself in our new upscale hotel scene, many with remarkable rooftop views, and our first-class shopping that'll leave you wanting more. Visit Nashville and take your playlist to a whole new level. Plan your trip today at visitmusiccity.com.
What's up, everybody? So we are here today for the first track of Quarter Life Crisis, the series, the album, my sophomore album. But anyway, y'all, so this week's episode is going to feature only me, but basically we are talking about and kind of going over, why we thought at 25 our lives would be together. Now, I'm 28, but, my target audience, we all know, is 25, 34. And it's a lot of people in this age range who feel like, dang, I'm not married, I ain't got kids. What am I not doing right? And I just wanted this episode to help you to choose make the decision to be okay with not having every answer and not having every decision. Now, of course, as the mixtape or the album, goes along, we're going to see, the different topics more in depth. But in this one, I really just want to talk about that. So be prepared for the laughs this episode. I guess I can wild out because I'm by myself. And just to really just be at peace. If nothing else, I want this episode to help you to be at peace with not having all the answers. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm telling y'all, all it takes is one thing for certain people to leave. They be in a relationship ready to go. Ooh. I in a relationship just to save face. Some people don't even want to be there, but still, in this case, that's a good brand. They ain't talking about young and restless like these people tired having bags under their eyes. 25 looking like they going on 50 because they stressed out.
I'm back and it's up PSA. Wow. I'm too fleek to take off all my shit at TSA.
Life's full of tough choices, isn't it?
All right. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Izzy Baker, and I'm here today for track 1 of the newest series in my sophomore album, Quarter Life Crisis. We had to add a little applause there because we need y'all to understand it's time. It's time. I'm happy to be doing another album, and this one is obviously going to be different than last year, and it's going to be different from the original mixtape because besides this episode, pretty much if not all of the episodes will have a guest, since we switched over to interview style for the show, and all just detailing different ways, to be okay with being 25 and in between 33 without having your life together. In this episode, the purpose of this one is just to kind of help you make the decision or the choice to be okay with not having your life together at 25, or if you are 33, because that's my oldest, age group. If you don't have it together, that's okay. The world is not over. And just hopefully this episode helps you with getting a peace and, kind of breaking down why we were okay with that, or why we felt that we needed to have our lives together by 25 and, such. So before I get too far in and ranting, let's get into today's title. So the title of this episode is The Young and the Restless. Life Won't Be Complete at 25. The meme reads, Remember when we said we were going to be married with kids and a millionaire by the time we were 25? Question mark. I remember when I was thinking some of those things was going to happen. And look at me now at a fresh 28. Inspiration for this episode comes from a tweet. And I remember years ago, I think I was in college, maybe even high school, and I remember a girl had tweeted, she was like, oh, by the time I'm 25, I'm going to have my 2 kids, I'm going to be married, and in the career of my dreams. Ooh. Then I saw another tweet from this dude recently where he was kind of like saying, y'all remember when we thought that was going to happen? And he was like, look at me now. He was like, none of that is happening. I'm the most and the happiest I'm ever been. And one of my friends, shout out to Erica, she said, you know, by the time she was 25, she thought those things were going to happen. And she was like, and I'm happy with my life now without those things. So it's kind of going back to the episode with Robert Mack, choosing to be happy. Shout out to Rob Mack. Everybody getting a shout out today. And how he just was like, you know, you can choose. Happiness is a choice. And so hopefully, if you don't get nothing else from this episode, we kind of piggyback off that episode where you decide, you make the choice to be happy no matter what situation and circumstance. And if nothing else, you decide to be okay with not having everything together at this age range. I mean, even if you're 23, because some people may be having, you know, early quarter life crisis. 22, you may be feeling like, you know, you graduated from college and you feel like your life ain't there. It's not technically for y'all, but it's still, you know, you can still relate. Also, want to shout out to Ron. He'll be on the album later in a few weeks. And he was kind of saying, like, even before social media, we had the mentality that our lives should be together by 25. And yeah, look at us. And obviously the quarter life crisis, the whole, you know, definition, you know, and that is a real thing. I didn't make that up. I kind of thought I did, but I didn't. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, y'all. So for this episode, as I stated, I am by myself. So today's is a story time. All right. And today's story is titled Quarter Life Crisis. Lizzie had it all planned out. Everything. And I mean all of it. She just knew she was going to be married. She knew she was going to be getting her master's. She knew she was going to be in the college of her dreams, have the career of her dreams. She knew she was going to have 3 kids. She knew she was going to have a big old home. All this, she just knew it. However, she was 6 months away from her 25th birthday. Her and her boyfriend just broke up. She didn't have any kids. She didn't go back to get her master's. She had just really finished college. And she was in a career that she knew she hated. In her mind, she felt like life was over. But it was until she got her newest idea. This was that she was going to go back to school at using the career that she didn't like because they offered to pay for her to go back to school. She wanted to get back with her boyfriend, but she felt like if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And she also realized that she was making so much money from the job that she hated and the fact that they were paying her to go back to school. So she tried to look at the bright side and enjoy just being happy with where she was. And then her perspective changed. And she realized she wasn't a failure at 25. Well, 24 and 6 months. All right, y'all. So let's go on to today's lessons from the story. So the first one is you are not a failure at 25. Even though she wasn't 25 yet, she was close to 25. And, you know, a lot of times we put timelines, and that goes to the next lesson. Like, we got to stop putting timelines on our lives and trying to say at this age, I want this to happen. Now, there's nothing wrong with having goals and trying to, you know, work out goals. But at the same time, I think this generation has fallen in love with manifestation. And although I do believe in manifestation, their way of doing it is I manifest this, I manifest that. I want what God manifests for me, because what we might think we want, raise your hand, I'm raising mine. How many times have we think we wanted something and then we got it and it was like, this ain't it? Or how many times we thought we wanted something and then we didn't get it and then we realized we thankful we didn't get it. So I'm just telling y'all to be careful with manifesting your own stuff, because That's what happened. Consult God first. I just read that in like 1 Samuel. What was that? 21, 22. I think it was 22. They talk about him consulting the Lord before he made the decision. And then I was reading out the NIV, so I think that's when they used the word consult, because I wouldn't use that in King James, I don't believe. But anyway, yeah, consult. So just keep that in the back of your head. And enjoy failing, because she was at a job she hated, and this same job that she hated was the one that was to pay her to go back to school. She had the boyfriend, but it didn't work out, and she was just kind of like okay with it. She didn't want to try to force nothing to work out, and a lot of times we want to force things to work that's dead. And that's a choice too, choosing to be okay with stuff being dead and choosing not to go back to certain things. So yeah, it's a hard choice, but I mean, just remember, y'all, it is doable. All right, so voice cracking. Feel like a preteen. All right, so let's get into the definitions for today. I went ahead and defined young, having lived or existed for only a short time. Restless, of a person or animal unable to rest or relax as a result of anxiety or boredom. And then I went ahead and defined complete. I picked the best definition for this, which was finished making or doing. And when I think and just reading off the title and then obviously the definitions for the week, young and restless, we know that's the soap opera, but I feel like this generation is young and restless. And obviously I have my target group, but I mean, even to 20-year-olds are young and restless because it's just so much going on. And I don't want to reveal too much. I wanted to kind of unpack it as we go along, but it is a lot, and it's easy to be young and restless, especially with social media. And you are seeing people do great things, and you do have those parents that kind of make those little comments like, "Oh yeah, well when you get married, or yeah, when," and they think they're helping, but they're really not. They're adding more pressure, or they say stuff like, "Yeah, well, when your wife or with your this and when your kids," and it's just like, okay, I get it. You want this to happen, I do too, but just relax. So. Yeah. All right. Let's move into, because I'm by myself, QT&A, questions that needs addressing.
Question.
All right. So the first question, who told us that our lives were supposed to be together by 25? Now, I'm not going to be ignorant and be like, oh, the white man, because that's not the case. But I can say that society did make it seem like by 25, this should be how it should be. I'm the believer that 25 is really the beginning of your life, because 25 is you're a quarter in. You know, most people make it to, 50. Some people make it to 75, and you have people that's real blessed that make it to 100. So they live for 4 quarters, and they lived for a century. But most people, not everybody, and RIP to all the people that fallen early, but most can make it to 25 and do. And I feel like that's the kickoff of your life. I used to dread turning. Well, let me go into the next question, which is, why does 30 scare us? Ooh. Am I still excited to turn 30? As of now, no, but I'm not like scared of it either. But I'm not like, oh, I'm running to 30. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that either, because I got 28 and I got 29. And, so much can happen in a year. Really, a lot can happen in 6 months. And the way this world is going, you know what I mean? I could be the international superstar by tomorrow night, while you playing with me. So we're just going to see what's going to happen. But I think that 30 scares us because we just feel like we were taught that was so old. And we look like, dang, 30, you old. Like, that's old. And then people will say, well, when you going to have some kids? When you getting married? You 30. When that's going to happen? You know what I mean? But the way this world is going, people not having kids now, it's like a trend. Be 35, 36, 37. You got some 40-year-olds be doing it. Some people getting married late. Because my thing is, some of y'all done got married and then been divorced at 25, 26. And I'm not exaggerating. People really be divorced at this age. And they be like 28 talking about some, I'm divorced. Huh? What? What you mean? But I think that we get pushed into doing stuff. And we like, oh, let me just go do this now. And it's just like, it ain't the time. 3, which I'm going to get into as we get along today. But the question is, can I have fun or should I be working? Some of us are kind of like Harriet Tubman. I've been working on the railroad. And the thing with that is, I know when to take breaks. I just feel like, and I hate to go there and get kind of dark, but it's just like people dying left and right. Like, enjoy your life. If you don't want to go to work, don't go to work. I done said this many times on this platform. I'm going to say it on other platforms, and as many times as I can. Take a break. I don't have to go to work every day. That's what you got days for. Shout out, everybody getting a shout out this week. Shout out to K.L.P. I remember she made a post on Instagram and she was just like, either I'm there every day or I'm on time, but you can't have both. That's how I feel. Like, I don't feel as though I should have my life together right now. I feel like life is still being written personally. But that's just me. And I get everyone is different. I get everyone, I think that it goes to the next question, which, do you feel society set us up? Said it already. I'll say it again. Absolutely. I feel that we were taught to have it together now. I think that social media and TikTok don't make it no better. Well, that's the same thing because TikTok is social media, but but it does kind of get into the question when I see certain things and I be like, you too old, or for me at least, I'm like, I'm too old for that. And it's just that I feel like this is a transitional age, and I feel like we're already on top of this being the transitional age for us. It's a transitional period in life. The way the world is set up, the way God is moving at this point in time is very like transition like. And I don't want nobody to miss the jet because it is easy to do. It is easy to miss what's coming, and I don't want nobody to miss nothing. But I will say this. Still enjoy your life. Now, while we talking about missing jets, I'm talking about I need to catch me another jet. Like, I just got back from New York. I'm in St. Louis at the moment, but I'm ready to go somewhere else. 'Cause St. Louis don't count. That's home. But I want to go somewhere else. I don't know. I'm supposed to be going to Chicago at the end of July, which I'm going to do. But I may have to go somewhere in between that, too. Dallas is easy because that's a drive, but I don't know. I'm going to have to go somewhere. So we need to set that up. Y'all remember that song, like don't miss this jet, ho? Remember that? And it was like jet life to the next life. And that's when everybody was a stoner back in the day. I mean, some of y'all still stoners now. Good for you, I guess. I'm not, but, it is what it is. Y'all do what's best for you, or you think is best. And I'll leave it at that. All right, y'all. So let's move into the segment, the newest one. What does this have to do with mental health? All right, so first of all, as always, I got my notes. So it says, according to studies, the most common triggers for a quarter-life crisis in women include a relationship breakup, debt of financial difficulties, and being stuck in a relationship you don't want to be in. So let's unpack them in order. So the first one, a relationship breakup. We go back to the story. Lizzie, the baddest. That ain't her name, but I just said that. But Lizzie, the baddest, she broke up with her dude. And she was hurt by it. And, unfortunately, well, we don't know everything that happened, but it can be inferred that she is okay, and that things happen. That's just life, right? But the thing is, I'm interested to see what will happen next. But with her, then it leads to the second one, which is a debt of financial difficulties. It's easy, okay? This is the thing, though, too, y'all gotta understand. And I hope that you understand. If, a lot of us are having financial difficulties just because of inflation. Biden just released that now you worried about, these COVID. And I don't know if I want to get canceled today. But what I will say is, you over here talking about, they have new vaccines for kids 6 and under for COVID. You need to be doing something about these prices. Y'all, President Trump told you everything that was going to happen with Biden, and it did. He gave y'all a prophetic word. Y'all ain't listen because y'all just hated Trump so much. And now y'all voted for Biden, and whoop, there it is. The real devil. But you know how I feel about politics. That's why I don't discuss politics here, because I'm not the politics person. Y'all don't want to hear my views. Y'all and Beaton tried to nail me to the cross, and I'm not going. So there's that. But you know, it is what it is. But anyway, even when she said, or not she, but the study said being stuck in a relationship you don't want to be in, I'm telling y'all, all it takes is one thing for certain people to leave. They be in a relationship ready to go. Ooh. I in a relationship just to save face. Some people don't even want to be there. You know, and then they told y'all gonna be in that car crying. I said this before, in that car crying like Pfeiffer and paid in full, because you so sad and you so irritated. And I'm like, if this is what y'all got going on, don't get it twisted. It's gonna be moments, but like a lot of times I'll be like, you don't have to deal with that. And that goes for both men and women, not just men. But y'all, you don't have to deal with that. So, but you made the choice. You know, you decided. So I can't. There's nothing I can do. Now, it says for men, the most common triggers are being trapped in a job you hate, experiencing stress and pressure in your job, and periods of unwanted unemployment. And I've suffered from all three. Being trapped at a job you hate this past year, y'all know, but I'm free from them shackles of that job, of the mess, and people making up stuff, and people putting words in your mouth, and people just stirring up mess because I guess that's what they like to do. So you may have think you won getting rid of me, but really I won because now I'm at peace and about to be making way more. You see? So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all need to stop giving people y'all energy. And I'm talking to me, but it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. Then the second one, it says, experiencing stress and pressure at your job. I've had that both ways. And then periods of unwanted unemployment. That's funny though. Periods of unwanted employment. Yeah, that's too. Because the way people was running it up when them checks was here. What's them stimulus checks, and was running up bags and 50K tap in, 20K tap in. I wish I could be a scammer. I wish I could be all of that. Because I'd be a YRN right now. I mean, I kind of am a YRN, but which plays into the episode, YRN, young rich nigga. So, and not young restless nigga. That's funny. I think a lot of people are young restless niggas. So when they say YRN, they ain't saying young rich nigga. They saying young restless nigga because they working. And it's a brand called Young and the Restless. But still, in this case, that's a good brand. They ain't talking about young and restless like these people tired having bags under their eyes, 25 looking like they going on 50 because they stressed out. It's a real thing. Trust me. I've seen it. I've seen it. I see it all the time. I'm not even playing. But I remember, and I was going to discuss this later, but I'll just discuss it now. Basically, I remember in 2017, I had a bunch of odd jobs. And then after having a decent job, but I was about to get fired. So I was late one day to work, and they had called me, and the man had kind of already warned me, like, you coming late and you not catching on what we doing. And I would hate for somebody new to come in and do better than you. So basically, I remember one morning the night before I went to my homeboy birthday party. Party was jumping. And I didn't get home till 2, but I had to be up at 6. So I remember waking up at I had to be there at 6, and I had to leave at 5:45. I woke up at 6:20, 6:30. So I ended up being like, yo, boss, I think I texted him and I was like, hey, I'm running late. Yeah, after I just had that conversation, right? So I sent Buddy a text, right? Halfway on the way there, I sent Buddy a text and I said, hey, boss, today's going to be my last day. And then I blocked his number and I went back home with sleep. And then after that, I had little odd jobs, and I didn't get a stable job till 2017. Obviously 2017 till October of 2017. So yeah. And was I stressed? Kinda. I was more stressed by people in my life, which I'll get off with that because I don't want to throw no shots. But more so the pressure added from others in that hour and in that season versus myself. I was just kind of stressed, but I'm kind of like, okay, it's gonna work out. And obviously it did, and look at me now. But I believe situations like that build character. Okay? So, here's the thing. It is being stressed, okay? Like I said, being stressed in a way, I feel like builds character, right? And being a certain age, the old people would say, oh, you this age, you don't need to be stressed. And we kind of, blow off the older people when they make their little comments, because sometimes they be good and sometimes they be like, shut up, Edna. I feel like somebody grinning that ain't listening, they're gonna be offended. And if your name is Edna, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to say your name. Oh, I mean it is, but I'm not trying to like make you feel bad for it, because you can't change your name. I mean, you could go by E, what's up, E? If you're a girl, you be like, oh, what's up, Ed? On some like funny stuff. You could. But according to 13 reasons why millennials are so stressed. So I picked 7. So the first one says anxiety. 12% of millennials have been diagnosed with anxiety disorder, and this will cause stress in their lives. 30% of the millennials who are already in the workforce have been characterized as having anxiety, and in excess of 61% of college students have also been reported to have the condition. And this is what builds the stress beyond normal levels, right? 2, we kind of already talked about the tough job market. We know it's hard right now. We're about to go back into a recession if we ain't already started. And, it's going to be kind of looking like Joseph and them back in during that famine hit. The third one is student debt. I ain't paying that one student loan, so. Oh my God. You take that what you want and do with it as you please. I'm not paying it, hang it up. But y'all president said he was getting rid of student loans, and they still here. Some people's did, but not everybody. The fourth one is psychological imbalance. It says millennials are forced to endure so much at an early stage. This will lead to emotional imbalance. Millennials contend with so much, from divorce of parents to coping with growing up too fast, and in an era where information and access is easily magnified. With all these factors in play, millennials become increasingly stressed. I could believe that it's the information age and it's just too much. It's just too much a lot of the time. Fifth one, bad sleeping habits. Y'all go to bed. I'm telling y'all gonna regret it in later years. You need to take naps, do something. Even though they say the naps throw off the circadian rhythm. I learned that recently. So get your sleep regularly. And then if you do take a nap, only take it for like 25, 30 minutes. Set an alarm. And even with me, like sometimes y'all I done that, and it'd be like I'll be more recharged in a 25, 30 minute nap than one that's like 2-3 hours, because like you be drained. So yeah. Also, the culture of perfectionism for 6, which I believe that's the case. And everything is a culture these days, right? The base word for culture is cult. Oh my God. Think about that. But for real, I think that we feel that we have to be perfect with everything that we're doing. And sometimes I will intentionally leave flaws on purpose, which is a choice, just to show my humanity. And I think that's something y'all should pick up on too, because it actually is effective. And then the last one, it says, which we already done touched on, but it has the statistics to go with it, which is the lack of work and life balance, which it says millennials are known to thrive in a setting where they have a work and life balance. Without the balance, millennials are known to face a difficult process of determining how to allocate time and still be productive. Get y'all a calendar, and not one on your phone. I mean, you can be old school, put it on a big calendar, like get you one from the dollar store. Get one of them and do it, and you'll see the difference. I promise you will. All right, so now let's move into another segment, the weekly sabbatical. All right, y'all. So as we know, with the weekly sabbatical, this is a time to reflect and, just kind of about everything. Now, I kind of did the reflection a little early because I kind of went over the story I wanted to tell. That's okay, because it was still a part of everything. So, according to Quarter Life Crisis and Its Consequences for Young Adults by Mandy Kloppers, the crisis of the quarter life age is often marked by indecisiveness about the future, jealousy towards peers, loss of direction in life, lack of motivation, split between the desire to have fun and have responsibilities. Now, such a crisis in the quarter life of a young adult is not unusual. However, if the problem is not adequately addressed, quarter life consequences can be quite severe. It then reads and says that unresolved crisis can lead to reckless behavior, such as alcoholism, which can then cause other health problems. It can also exacerbate problems with depression, anxiety, etc. All right, so again, we could think about Sunday Fun Day. People who Sunday Fun Day every Sunday. Now, can you be sober on Sunday Fun Day? Absolutely. You don't have to have a drink or two or seven. But a lot of the times these people do Sunday Fun Day, reckless spending, which then leads to bad sleeping habits, which then leads to being drunk and belligerent and out your body. I'm telling you now, I done seen some Sunday Fun Days where they did it to people, right? Like, for instance, which we don't think about it, but like we go to Sunday Fun Day or whatever day, you just go crazy, right? You go crazy, spend a bunch of money, because it ain't even always liquor. Sometimes it's food. You feel the need, and we all got that one person or that one friend that feel the need to get them something to eat, even when they ain't hungry, everywhere y'all stop at. I got one, and at the time I've been that, but I'm not no more. So there's that. But the thing is, you just spend all this money. You didn't watch somebody be belligerent, or maybe not even watch it. Maybe they didn't happen, because sometimes you can have a sober Sunday Fun Day. You don't have to indulge in, beverages, that cause intoxication. But if they do start tripping and being belligerent, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get on that phone, 911. What's your emergency? And I'm gonna let them know, buddy tripping, sister tripping. And, if you make it sound like you feel threatened, if you use words like I feel threatened, they may run to the spot a little sooner than later. But I say that to say this. It's a lot going on for us in the world we live in now, and it's easy to just overindulge. But let's go to some tips, all right? And let's utilize some easy tips to help you through your QLC if you're going through one, which is from What is a Quarter Life Crisis and How to Deal with It by Jesse J. Wayne. It says, step 1, first identify which areas need your focus. Many issues can contribute to your quarter life crisis. The first step is to pinpoint what is the biggest issue for you. You can then focus on fixing these areas first to create the momentum. Is it a general sense of purposelessness and not knowing what you want to do in life? Or is it just a dissatisfaction with your career, your relationship status, a combination of all things? I think we saw in the story, if we go back to that, Lizzie kind of was like all over the place. But what is causing you the most pain, or where do you feel like you don't have it together? And then for me, I'm not really there now, but I'm just saying for anybody that is, write down that area. What is it in particular that you're struggling with? Take time out your day, your night, whatever, to just sit. Even if you at work ain't doing nothing, just write out like, what am I the most stressed? What area am I the most stressed in? And then that's when you take that stuff up to God, like, what can we do to fix that? The second one, it says set goals. Once you've taken stock and figured out your main area for focus, it's time to decide what you want to happen in these areas to give you direction to head in. The best way to do this is through setting goals for yourself. These have to be real goals that you want and not what you think you want or what society dictates you want. All right, so there's that, and that's good. And then 3, it says take action. Once you know where you want to go, the last step is to take action. Take action is only what you can get out of the crisis. Thinking about it, no matter how long you spend, is not going to change your situation, and therefore how you feel. Messy action is better than no action, and the way you create change. As mentioned, the factor that differentiates quarter-lifers who emerge from their crisis with a positive experience and a sense of growth were the ones who took action to create changes in their lives. Break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps and start taking action immediately to create change. As you start moving, momentum will build and you will start to feel better and better. Going through a quarter-life crisis is a hard experience, but sometimes things need to disintegrate before they can actually rebuild. I'm going to read that again. Things need to actually disintegrate before they can rebuild. Use this period as an opportunity to grow and to learn more about yourself and what you want out of life. When you do this, you can live more intentionally and build a life you can truly be happy in. Long story short, you can't stop everything. Certain things gonna happen. I've been in situations where we didn't want it to happen, and those things that crumbled end up being the best things that happened to us. And I think when I had mine, I think it was the best thing that happened to me, as far as when I didn't go with that period without a long time without a job. And that was again in 2017. Of course, I haven't had moments of growth since then. I have, but still, that was a time which was effective, and it was a lot going on, and it forced me to kind of think, and I learned what I wanted to do in my life in that period, and have been taking steps towards that since, which is kind of part of the reason the podcast came about. Because as y'all remember, which I haven't heard in a long time, remember the podcast started off as a blog, and look at us now, 6 seasons in, and $1 million later.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all. So that's it for today. Let's go ahead and go over the question and challenge for the week before we go. So this week's question and challenge for the week is I want to ask you, the question and challenge for this week is, are you in a QLC, quarter life crisis, or have you ever been in one? All right. And then feel free to explain from there. All right, y'all, this episode was not the longest. It's just me, but be happy for next week, because we have a great guest and we talk about how to bounce back after the quarter life crisis does hit, because trust me, it will. And she has a great story. So, yeah, that's it for this week. All right, y'all, PSA signing out. Always remember, keep your head up like your neck hurt. Remember who you are and make your mind up. Don't let it make you.
Just like the story behind every amazing song, Nashville has a lot to share beyond the world-class tunes that make us Music City. Taste the good life from our amazing chef-driven restaurants, so good that they will make your palate sing. Indulge yourself in our new upscale hotel scene, many with remarkable rooftop views, and our first-class shopping that'll leave you wanting more. Visit Nashville and take your playlist to a whole new level. Plan your trip today at visitmusiccity.com.
One of the toughest jobs in law enforcement is telling a family that a loved one has been killed by a drunk driver. That's why Georgia law enforcement works every day to keep drunk drivers off the road. Every DUI arrest could be one less family to lose someone to drunk driving. You can help. Hand the keys to a designated driver or call a ride service. It saves lives and prevents a costly DUI arrest. Drive sober or get pulled over. Brought to you by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
I'm Ariana Grande. Hey, yo, this Cardi B. What's up? It's Megan Thee Stallion.
You're in the mix with...
It's the K.L.P Aftermath. Right here, so keep it locked.
Virginia is for eaters and drinkers. All kinds of eaters and drinkers. For oyster shuckers and slurpers. Winery samplers or all-day wine drinkers. Brewery hoppers and distillery sippers. For those who order grits and those who order cheese grits. We all know what the right way to order is. For barbecue triers who turn into finger lickers and meat off the bone suckers. All right, all this talk of food is making me hungry. I gotta go get some mac and cheese. Like I was saying, Virginia is for all sorts of food lovers. So come love it for yourself.
Just like the story behind every amazing song, Nashville has a lot to share beyond the world-class tunes that make us Music City. Taste the good life from our amazing chef-driven restaurants, so good that they will make your palate sing. Indulge yourself in our new upscale hotel scene, many with remarkable rooftop views, and our first-class shopping that'll leave you wanting more. Visit Nashville and take your playlist to a whole new level. Plan your trip today at visitmusiccity.com.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Psychology of the Hustle podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you so much for listening and engaging in conversation. I hope it's sparking conversation with your friends and family members. We got more for you though.
Yes. We haven't done a timestamp before because we just never really got around to it. But I think it's super important for us to identify where we are in the space of the world. So it is May 29, 2022. The last 14 days, we have experienced 3 acts of terror. I don't know what else to call it. These are the things that my nightmares are made of. Most recent was the school shooting in, I say, Uvalde, Texas, but I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. 19 little people, 2 adults, and counting. Infamous amounts of trauma, infamous amounts of chaos. So if we sound a certain way, just want to give you all a little bit of perspective. I'm going to pause on that note.
Yeah, so as you reflect on different things and topics that we present, you really start to, the weight of the world does get on you. As much as you try to preserve your peace, it's hard not to put those weight on your shoulder as you get older and just more aware of what has happened, what could happen, all in the world. So to Kim's point, give grace as far as the tone and things of how we talk and stuff. We try to keep it light, positive, but just know that we're all dealing with it. We're here with you as you listen to the podcast. We are here, like I said, with you, and just we're trying to make sense of anything, of all this shit.
Yeah, that's it right there. Trying to make sense of all of this shit, because it is. But, I think our topic this morning is right on time. Clearing out your space, making room for what's important to you. If you look in our Cliff Notes, we have a under 2-minute video for those of us with short attention spans that really kind of speaks on how to prioritize. Now, we touched on that in season 1, knowing what your why was, but this takes it a little bit deeper. I actually wrote down rocks, pebbles, and sand, but there's also a jar. There's a vessel. And I didn't even write down the fact that there's a vessel, but that's just now coming to me. So pause and watch, or watch after the fact, and definitely drop in the comments what your thoughts and feelings are around the topic. But homie, we watched the video in our quiet time. What were your thoughts around rock, pebbles, sand, and the vessel?
I like how they put it together. So basically, the rocks being the larger priorities in your life. So they represent, what they say, your family. They represent things that are important to you. And then pebbles are kind of the next level. It might be like your job. And then the sand is kind of materialistic things. What got me really was that if you put the sand in the jar and the vessel first, meaning the things that if you fill yourself up with things that aren't as important. So we talk about, let's just say you focus on clothes and having the right car and the right house and all of that stuff, like the importance of importance that you place on that stuff doesn't leave room for family or health or anything like that in your vessel, because we only have the capacity to do so much or fill ourselves with so much, right? And so if we're filling it up with things that really don't matter at the end of the day, what happens to the things that do matter? And I think that this really goes towards, I think about when somebody passes away, you can't take none of this shit with you, right? You can't take no car, lashes, you can't take nothing. The only thing that you can leave really as a legacy, and we talked about that, kind of leaving that legacy, is kind of memories. It's time. People aren't going to necessarily remember, they may have, like a necklace from somebody or, certain things, but the things that's really first thing that's going to come to their mind is not that material thing. It's going to be those memories that you made with the person. It's going to be those experiences that you had with the person. So it's like filling yourself with those more important things, filling your vessel, filling your time, clearing your space so that you have time for this stuff is really what makes a difference in not only the people around you, your immediate family, your friends, but in your life too. You think about what fills you and what really makes you happy. And I'm not to say that I love shoes. Granted, I love to feel good about myself with shoes, but that's not going to be what's going to fill my vessel. Like I'm not going to prioritize shoes of my kid or something like that.
Right. No, you went where we needed to be, because I think that's the important part of it, rocks, pebbles, and sand. So there's the vessel. The vessel is you as the human being, right? And then your rocks, family, friends, health, and not just your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual wellness. I think when people look at health, they think like, oh, I want to be physically strong, but some of us are mentally weak. And so with the instances that have happened, and we kind of talked about this in our pre-show discussion, what is your mind ripe for? And we have to be mindful about what we ingest. This has been a week where we have had to be mindful of what we take in, because you can become distraught about taking in. So be very mindful about ingesting content. Ooh. The only thing that I can compare this to in my mind was we graduated from Dillard May of 2005, and Hurricane Katrina happened probably within August. 3 or 4 months after that. And I remember the 24-hour news cycle being up and watching for hours on end, sitting in front of the TV and watching CNN as they browsed the crowd to see if I knew anybody in the crowd to get placed where they were, so I could ease what I thought would ease my mind. I was not in a great place at that time, but only, hindsight taught me that you have to be mindful about what it is that you ingest. And not just in times like this, but in times of lacks. Be mindful of just what you allow yourself to ingest. Music, TV. I am a First 48 fan, but I have to be mindful because First 48, it start one way and it end one way every single time. I need to be mindful of what it is that I ingest.
Yeah, to your point, like I previously spoke about kind of materialistic things, but yeah, that sand can definitely represent things that are happening. And we had the conversation, we were talking about during this week, I was very, in your point, mindful about what I was watching, how much news and what kind of, I didn't allow myself to get engulfed in all of the details of each shooting. So of each tragedy, right? Because I know that if I ingest all of that, I will start to spiral, which is not good for me, not good for my family. I acknowledge what's going on, and I can't take all of that in, because then I will start to place my family and myself in those situations, and I can't do that. So if that means that I have to turn the TV off, if that means I have to get off of social media, then I'll do that. That's what I did. I really had to stop. Because sometimes you're not even looking for it. It just smacks you in the face. You scrolling through Instagram and it's just like, it's a headline. And of course they do that on purpose to catch your attention. And you're going to stop just because, and you see, and you're going to read it. And even if it's just, 5 or 6 words, that is ingesting kind of that negativity, that stuff that's going to really stress you out and take that valuable space and emotional stability. So Kim, I really had to take a back seat to it. I had to, my thing is that in order to preserve my peace as much as I can and protect my mental, I have to, see it, I pray about it, and I give it to God. That's all I can do. It was funny because I was talking to somebody about how ignorance is bliss. Just not knowing what is going on sometimes can really be a peaceful thing. Sometimes ignorance is truly bliss at sometimes. Yes. Yeah. When we were talking about, checking out, being mindful of what you feed your vessel, what kind of exposure you have and what you put in, and not only just, the value of the things that you're putting in, right? Where they stand, if it's materialistic things, if it's family, if it's friends, if it's things that are going on in the world, you just have to be mindful in order to protect your kind of own sanity. For me, it was really about being ignorant. I take in nuggets of stuff now because I know that if it becomes real intense. So as we talk about, the tragedy of the shootings, the massacres that have happened, I can only digest sand size pieces of information from those things. Yes. Because if I get a pebble or even a rock size of information, if I ingest that, I can spiral out of control as far as concern, worry, anxiety. That all manifests into physical issues. I've been in a place where, I felt like I was having a heart attack. I was breathing like I've had anxiety attacks at work for no reason. And it was because I was ingesting, at the time, this was some years ago, but at the time I was taking on the weight of everything that was happening at the time in the world or to other people. And it was really oh my God, if that happens to me, if that happens to my child, like, what would I do? Like, I go through that whole scenario of things. And I know I do that, period, because I have postpartum anxiety, period. So I'm doing that. But then on top of that, adding in, the massacres and all of that, just the regular anxiety can really, so I choose to be ignorant in some things in order to protect my peace, protect my mental state, and to preserve, some kind of value in my life in order to make sure that I can still function, and I can still allow my family, I can still allow, my daughter to have certain experiences, because if I don't, she would be locked in a closet somewhere and never come out until she was 30. You know what I mean?
I think you prove a good point. Okay, so just for clarification, y'all, ignorance is lack of knowledge. And sometimes we deprive ourselves of that knowledge for our own personal peace. Nothing wrong with that. That's self-preservation, okay? So I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you do, drop it in the comments. We can talk about it. I think the thing that I like that you have said is that sometimes people will take, and using the example of rocks, pebbles, and sand, they'll make a sand situation a rock. They'll make a sand situation a pebble. And the video, because it's less than 2 minutes, does not go into all that. But you have to know what your priorities are. And again, so many of us prioritize the wrong things. We're making cars rocks. We're making home ownership rocks. We're making your job a rock. And these are things that at the end of the day will not have any memory of you. I mean, yes, you may leave a little bit of a legacy at your job, but when you are gone, when you leave this earth, you cannot take those things with you. And you can leave them to people, but they do not mean as much than the experiences shared. And so sometimes, I like the way you pointed that out, is that sometimes we will prioritize the wrong things. So again, they said that your rocks should be more like your family, your friends, your health, your people. And some of y'all don't have great relationships with your people, your family, to be example, but learn how to deal with them, learn how to interact with them, and know that as you're evolving, they're evolving too. Nikki spoke of giving grace. We mentioned that a lot in our podcast. We ask for y'all to give us grace sometimes, because we come on here and we go left and right, and y'all stay with us. So thank y'all for giving us grace. The pebbles are supposed to be the other things that matter in your life. Your school, your work, your hobbies, your interests, your hustle. Those are the things that, to me, do fall into what your pebbles should be. These are the things that add experience and richness to your life. If we look at seasonings, it's not just the salt and the pepper, it's the garlic powder, the onion powder. It is everything that gives your life flavor, in my mind.
That's a good analogy. Get that flavor, get that sauce. Put that sauce on it.
If y'all just out here seasoning with salt and pepper, don't subscribe to us. Subscribe to the Food Network, because you need more than the salt and pepper. You need, some people like spice. Get you a little cayenne.
Little habanero. Okay, so
yeah, get y'all some spice in your life. Girl, everybody done turned on to sriracha these days. In the video, they say it's the material possessions, but I think the sand is sometimes the drama. So sometimes the sand is like the shit that's not going to matter in 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 months. Some of y'all got some people in your lives that are sand, and y'all not going to remember them in 3 months. Promise.
And you're making them into rocks. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, then you wonder why you always have like strife with that person. Like, I see a lot of things on Instagram. It's like about cutting people off and all that stuff. You're making somebody who should be sand in your life into a rock. So there's taking up a lot of space. They have too much of your space and of your time. And then you wonder why you guys always, there's friction, or why you don't feel like it's because they really have too much value, giving them too much value in your life. And I feel like, Kim, as we get older, it's like those things that we thought were rocks 20 years ago were really like pebbles or sand. The value of certain things have changed as you get older, and you really like start to value, like I said, time, like spent conversations, had experiences. It's like taking those pebbles and those rocks and really kind of spending that value on that, focusing, filling your vessel with that stuff.
I'm going to take your example of folks who are sand and we turning them into rocks. I'm going to take that and go a step further. Sand is soft. Right. And when you apply pressure to sand, you indent it. You know, like you can push it. Sand will run off when the water comes up on the shoreline. Sand will run off out from under your feet. And so you're wanting something hard, something tangible, something strong from something that is soft. Okay. And so a lot of times we have to recognize that what we're applying on that particular person, place, or thing, it may not be built for that level of structure.
Woo.
I'm looking at furniture for we didn't talk about that in the pregame. We did. I'm looking at new furniture and I am big weight requirements. Now, I don't know if this is my carryover from being a larger woman, but I never knew that furniture had weight limits. It is very important to me now. And I want the weight limits of 300 pounds or higher. Now, don't ask me what I'm doing on this furniture to where I need 300 pounds or higher. Y'all mind y'all business. Okay? I'm just giving y'all the example. And so I want to make sure that the pressure that I'm about to be applying to this furniture is going to be able to withstand. So sometimes we have to recognize the pressure that we're putting on the sand is not built for. You're not going to build anything strong on a foundation of sand. So if you're filling up your vessel with sand, y'all, we didn't talk about this, but it's coming out. If you're building a foundation upon a structure of sand, you will sink.
Think about it. Look, we're going to pause for a minute and let that marinate. Because what you just said, say it again. You can't build a foundation on sand.
Right. And so when we was little, the Three Little Pigs, and they talked about sticks. Well, the Three Little Pigs, they had a house built of sticks.
I forgot what the other one. Yeah, one was brick. The last one was brick, but I don't remember what the first. I remember sticks and something else.
Yeah. If y'all remember, drop it in the comments. But didn't nobody talk about what it was built on? And so we're all about, you got to build it on something strong. It got to be worth being built on. So again, we have discussed the rocks, the pebbles, and the sand, but let's take a minute to really kind of talk about the vessel, because the vessel was important too. I think in the example, they said a glass. Okay, you're the vessel. Are you taking care of the vessel? Yeah, you're trying to by what you put in it. But what happens if your vessel has some cracks in it? What happens if you recognize that and you're not doing what you need to do to repair that? The original title of this was Making Room for What's Important. And we may change that around to maybe you need to make sure you're ready for the build, which is kind of funny because I'm redoing my house, y'all. But you have to make sure that the vessel is ready. And so sometimes we have to sit down and take that inventory of what it is that's important to us. Identifying your priorities, making sure that you are ready to be poured into.
It's like that thing, right? You say you're ready to be, because you ever had that friend or even the person you're trying to tell them something, you're trying to give them advice, but they're not ready to hear it. They're not ready to receive it yet. So they hear you, but they just don't act on it. There's nothing. It's because they aren't ready to receive that. It's like, you really got to be ready to receive truth, hard facts, hard truths, should I say. So if somebody is telling you something that you don't necessarily want to hear, but you need to hear, you have to be ready to hear that, because it'll just kind of go one ear out the other if you're not ready to absorb that information. I don't know if that's where you were going with that, but
because I think at the end of the day, when we give people that level of feedback, and I've been one to receive that level of feedback and not been ready, that is a shock to your system. And a lot of times people think that, like, trauma, thinking about fight, flight, freeze. And there's this new one called fawn. I'm really not familiar with the fawn one as much. Maybe my brain has not evolved to that level yet. But that fight, flight, or freeze, I got them three on lock, baby. I could do them three. So if you've ever given somebody a nugget of knowledge that they weren't ready for, and then they ghost you, they stop talking to you, that's the flight. Freeze it could be ghosting, but it can also be like, I'm just not going to broach this subject. I'm going to ex-nay you out of this part of my life. That could be a freeze. Fight is, we're going to have a verbal or physical altercation, you know, and I'm going to be real combative around it. And so a lot of times we have to make sure that the vessels that we're pouring into are ready, but you have to have a certain level of rapport, a certain level of relationship, going back to knowing your rocks, your pebbles, and your sand. Right. You may think that you are a rock in this person's life. They may be viewing you as a sand. So here you coming with this rock. You're like, I care about you. I'm thinking about you in this way. And if that person's not ready to receive that from you, it may be an applicable message, but if they're looking at you like sand and you really feeling like you a rock, you may be giving them a nugget of knowledge that they just not ready for coming from you.
Yes.
Right? And then they're like, oh shit, like, look at this person giving me this truth. Well, why isn't this person over here that I do consider to be a rock not giving me that truth? Now you done question all they shit. You done made them question it all just off of a comment.
Sometimes somebody who was a rock can break down into a pebble and break down into sand. Sometimes rocks degrade, right? Depending on what type of rock it was. Look at these analogies, right? Some rocks can degrade. They degrade over time, with added pressure and things like that. So adding pressure of life. Think about, like, Kim, if you think about like friends that you had in elementary school, junior high, high school, college, right? Over time, they were at that time in your life, that person was a rock, right? Rock solid. That was their value and they were, but 10, 15 years then passed and the pressures of life, the pressures of things that are going on have degraded that person down to a pebble size or down to a sand. You kind of have to acknowledge that too. You have to kind of look at these people because what happens is like, I remember them being a rock. Now I'm getting advice from somebody who I thought was a sand, getting rock advice from I thought was a sand. And the person who I thought was a rock ain't doing shit for me. Things have changed, shifted. And the way that you can think about that is like, you think about people who have come into your life, maybe later in life, too. And then it's like your relationship may have started from like a work relationship. You knew them at work. And then all of a sudden it's just like, because of life experiences, where you are in life, kind of your level of adulthood and then stuff, you think somebody is only going to be that work friend, but then they become one of your rocks in your life. So that's to your point of is that we have to acknowledge at the time, because in previous episodes, we talked about people with seasons and, they kind of grow out of your life, but they degrade over time. And you have to acknowledge that. Like, that's why that rock didn't give you or wasn't there for you like you thought they would be. It's because they've degraded down and you just have to acknowledge that.
And in previous episodes, we always talk about, taking inventory. And I think that is the beauty of the evolution of life, being able to look back and say, you know what, there was people where I was like, oh yeah, when I get married to such and such, which y'all, I'm not married. So there we go. When I get married to such and such, this person is going to stand by me. And I don't know where that person is in their life right now. Not because I don't love them, but because our values changed.
Right.
And I had to recognize that that person that I thought was a rock was weighing me down. And guess what? The psychology of the hustle is not responsible. Okay, for you running your car into something because we done gave y'all a word or knocking all your shit off your desk at work because you listening to us. Okay, we're not responsible for that. What we're doing is we're normalizing this experience of evolution. Some of us need to take those friends that we have and be like, you know what? You've taken up a huge space in my life, but I need to, you're going to be more like a pebble or maybe you going to be sand. Just because we're growing in two different directions. And that's okay. It's okay to take inventory about where you are. But that is the most important part. Taking the inventory, being mindful, and prioritizing what is going to give you peace and purpose. We go back to that. When we started, we talked about, the hustle. We talked about how are we going to evolve to have, these multiple streams of income and things like that. And I think the hustle, again, we've discussed that the hustle changes depending on the topic, but it's the legacy that's left. I always go back to this is a legacy, us dropping these nuggets of knowledge and having it to where Lord TT's babies are going to come back and listen to this and be like, bad mouth. They know that we say out of love, right?
But they know their mama. Mama got a potty mouth.
This is true. But the hustle to me is the legacy. And I think part of our hustle is helping people get to their hustle and their legacy. We hope that at some point, for some of us and for some of y'all will be our rocks. Some of us, some of y'all, we may be y'all pebbles. For some of us, some of y'all just may listen to us in the background and be like, them bras is crazy and we just some sand. But at the end of the day, we are pouring into you what we know, which is a legacy of love, I guess. Girl, we done tied this all up.
Right. And just to kind of bring it back around is that filling your space, your vessel, like be mindful of what you're filling it in, who you're filling it with, and know, their place. I think to help you get to a place of whatever that is. It might be, like you said, your hustle, it might be peace, it might be legacy, family, whatever that thing is, it's being mindful about what that glass is being filled with and acknowledging who and what should have the majority of that space. That time, that legacy, like you can't get time back. Like it just goes by too fast. It's one thing that will never get back is time. So you have to be mindful of where you spend it. Life is too short for all of that.
Let me give y'all the hallmark ending. So thank y'all for spending some of y'all time with us.
Right.
Here at the Psychology of the Hustle podcast. I know we do this. This is totally selfish. We do this for us. No, we do it for y'all too, though.
It's a conversation between friends. These are things that we talk about, right? It's like we just placed on your heart and there to share. And so we're glad that you all are listening and you're sharing with your people. And my main thing is just to spark conversations. Like I really want people to have more in-depth conversations with the people, that are around them and close, because that in itself teaches you learn more about that person. You get more of a in-depth relationship with people when you have conversations that aren't just superficial, right? It's just like, oh, girl, you look cute. No, like I was listening to this about, filling your vessels, right? What does that mean to you? Like they were talking about this, like you start having in-depth conversations, like, shoot, this is a first date conversation. If you want it, like find out what somebody really about. What's your vessel filled with? What is your time and who do you spend, think about it, right?
Come on. But I think that's the point. We're challenging people to have those in-depth conversations. And if you don't have rocks to have those conversations with, have them with us. Drop your thoughts, drop your ideals in the comment section. And we do okay getting up in there and, responding back. Let's just kind of take a little bit of time to acknowledge that. And okay, I can already feel the tears welling up. The feedback that we have gotten in regards to just the podcast. Folks, listen, it's May 29th. We have had 150 plus listens, individual listens of the podcast that we have dropped in totality. That throws me that people have sat down, committed their time, shared that time with us to listen to what we're talking about. And then for those of y'all that send messages, that share, you all do not know nor understand how that warms my heart and really just validates what it is that we're doing. Because we're going to do this shit anyway. Like Nikki said, this is a phone call. Y'all are just listening to a phone call between two friends, two accountability partners, two people that are strongly invested in each other. And for y'all to tap into that, I mean, I really do. Nikki will tell you, I'll sit there and cry about it. But I'm also the one that'll be like, look, girl, look what somebody has sent to us.
Right.
And I'm screenshotting it and saving it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
That's really what it boils down to, is that thank you. And we're so happy and we hope, it keeps going. So we appreciate y'all. We appreciate this opportunity, this platform. And please stay tuned because there's more conversation to go. We're going to take this. Yes. Look, I'm going to speak it now. We're going to take this bitch to the streets. We're going to do a live recording. Kim going to come into town. We're going to do a live. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, Psychology of the Hustle. When we drop them, you can actually just click on the links to go directly to the episode and listen to us on iHeart, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
So I'm going to issue a real quick challenge before we get up out of here. Identify who your rocks are. And then, just shoot this over to them and be like, hey, yo, thank you for being my rock. Thank you for investing in me in the way you do. Yo, if you get this and you're a rock and you didn't know you was a rock, surprise. Use a rock. But identify who your people are. And again, that's going to sound real familiar because we've talked about that before. But we thank y'all for sharing in this journey with us. Thank y'all for y'all time, effort, and energy. This is Kim.
Yeah, it's Angenique, aka Nikki. Holla at us.
We are signing off.
Peace.
Bye.
Just like the story behind every amazing song, Nashville has a lot to share beyond the world-class tunes that make us Music City. Taste the good life from our amazing chef-driven restaurants. So good that they will make your palate sing. Indulge yourself in our new upscale hotel scene, many with remarkable rooftop views, and our first-class shopping that'll leave you wanting more. Visit Nashville and take your playlist to a whole new level. Plan your trip today at visitmusiccity.com.
Would you rather have wireless on the most reliable network nationwide or unlimited with 5G for $30 a month per line? You don't have to choose with Xfinity Mobile. Wireless so good it keeps one-upping itself. Most reliable based on Roots Metric US report. Results vary, not an endorsement. $30 per month per line when you get 4 lines.
Download episodes of previous shows.
Sign up for the newsletter so you never miss an update.
Just like the story behind every amazing song, Nashville has a lot to share beyond the world-class tunes that make us Music City. Taste the good life from our amazing chef-driven restaurants. So good that they will make your palate sing. Indulge yourself in our new upscale hotel scene, many with remarkable rooftop views, and our first-class shopping that'll leave you wanting more. Visit Nashville and take your playlist to a whole new level. Plan your trip today at visitmusiccity.com.
The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey,
we're having a little pop-up. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it. This is a beautiful thing, man. It's all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking. And, you know, food is always just the extra, man. They deprive these people of their basic human rights, you know, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through. I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
Chef, dropping chicken wings. Dropping chicken wings.
And always said they're gonna fry.
Watch this.
Wings.
Korean fried chicken is by far the best fried chicken on the face of the earth.
And you know why? Because it was taught to Korean cooks by African American GIs after the World War.
If I
Bars.
chicken.
Niggas create everything. Hey, what's going on out there, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread, Triple B in the house. You know what, man? My heart is full. I thought it was gonna be a Skeleton Crew episode, which would have been bad. I would have had the lovely Kim. I would have had Zeb the Soldier. But my man 10 Million decided to drop in. Half of the Brothers of Doom, a.k.a. Joe Pop, a.k.a. the nigga you love to hate, a.k.a. Crazy Joe Batman. Get these niggas in school. We got one to go. Joe Jeff is here. I'm the KC Stork. How y'all doing, y'all?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Doing well.
Can't forget we gave Joe a new middle name before he got on during the pregame.
Joe motherfucking Jefferson. That's right.
Yeah, Joe motherfucking Jefferson.
Joe motherfucking Jefferson. You gotta say that.
None of us know his real middle name, so we anointed him a new one.
And when you say the motherfucker, you gotta say it with your full chest. You can't say it like a little bitch. You can't be like Joe motherfucking Jefferson. No, Joe motherfucking Jefferson.
The one that say bad motherfucker.
The one that say bad motherfucker. That's the wallet that say bad motherfucker. You got to stomp your feet when you say it. Joe motherfucking Jefferson.
Nigga.
And that could be the only response. Nigga.
Yeah.
We already know. I mean, yeah, we already know what we're gonna get into this episode. So let's check in so we can get it in. Y'all know how we do. Miss Kim, Honey Buns, how you doing?
Oh, I'm all right, fellas.
we checking in. So this week, I just want to give y'all a little nugget of knowledge that representation matters. I had an awesome opportunity to speak at a conference this week. They let me up out the office, and so I got a chance to actually meet probably about 500 or 600 different foster care youth from across the state of Kansas, and I was dressed a little bit more casual than I would like to have been because I have sustained injury. So I was in my high top Converse instead of my heels. So I had a little bit more relatability to the youth. But there was about 16 black girls in one of my classes, y'all, and they had on their bonnets, and I was like, oh, I didn't get invited to the bonnet committee. And they were like, oh, you don't rock no bonnet, Miss Kim. And I had my bonnet in my bag because my bonnet is only like 20 paces away.
No, we done seen the bonnet now. We done seen the bonnet.
They just want to tell all my business. Okay, don't tell all my business. So I had to go.
Yeah, they got the archives to go to unless Springer took that shit down.
Yeah, that's why they pulled it down.
Y'all podcast for real. But to the young lady who sat in the front row and cried once I pulled my bonnet on, I choked up. Like, I lost my shit for about 15 seconds because she was like, I've never seen nobody, like, look like me but represent a whole organization. And I thought it was just a sobering moment for me to have that.
Representation matters, yeah.
That is indeed. That's
that was
dope.
my blessing.
Hey, that made your day. That made your week, probably. Sure.
It really did. It really
did.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, good shit. But everything else good?
Yeah, no complaints over here.
I mean, outside of the fuckery we gonna talk about in the show, everything else good. Okay.
I mean, hold on back there.
Actually, I'm gonna go zab the soldiers, then we gonna check in with the other Negroes we gonna show up. But they here and we love it. Zab the soldier, how you doing, Pimp?
Yeah, man, you caught me off guard there. I was still trying to put together in my head what the hell I'm about to say.
Let me come back.
No, I ain't really got everything's cool, man, as usual. I was actually supposed to be there today. I was planning on coming there this weekend, but I changed my mind at the last minute. My stepfather had to have a procedure yesterday, I think it was, to see if he had like some blockage in his arteries or something like that. So I was going to come through and, just help out because he's restricted as far as what he can do. And my mom, she's disabled and stuff. So, but I talked to her earlier. She said they good. So I decided to hang out here. But I think I'm going to come through because also next weekend is the 4th. So I figure, I'll just do that because we'll have a long weekend anyways. And maybe, they'll be nice. And because it's the 4th of July weekend, they'll lower the gas prices. That'd be cool. You know what I mean?
So that's the opposite of the case.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I'm hoping, though. I'm hoping. That's my other thing, man. I'm trying to be more hopeful. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel myself, I'll be reflecting on the episodes, and I'm going to shut the fuck up here in a second, but I'll be reflecting on the episodes, and sometimes I feel like, man, like some of the shit that we be talking about, I'll be down. Like, I'll be talking about wanting to lead the country and shit, and I still do. But you know what, man, I got to be more hopeful just in general as far as the human state of the world, some shit like that.
You know what you should do with that?
Here we go.
You should channel that in poetic form.
Yeah,
there
we go.
That to rhythm over tracks.
Word. Yeah, I might do some spoken word.
Hey, I'll take some rhyme, man. I'll take some spoken word, my nigga. I'll take some.
Yeah, I might should, man. But I say that, we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, everything's cool, man. Everything's good.
Very
so
good.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I know not everybody can stay long, so let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Hey, I feel blessed. What's going on, Ted? How you living, Pimp?
Nigga, I am okay. I'm doing just fine, man. Yeah, I'm just doing all right, man. I can't complain. Job is okay. New Orleans hot than a motherfucker. Shit, I swear to God, I saw the motherfucking devil in the motherfucking short outfit. It's so fucking hot outside.
The devil was in shorts, nigga?
Was it a Shein short outfit or was it like a Dollar General short outfit?
It was like a Dollar General motherfucking tight ass short outfit.
You know.
That motherfucker is so fucking hot down here.
You know, has the Reebok Classics on.
Yeah, them jellies on, man.
You know what Kim was
No, not the jellies.
Jellies, dog.
Hey,
I thought you gonna have the Cortezes at least or something.
Not the Cortez. Oh no. gang signs. Hey, Tim, you know what Kim wanna know was she showing them thigh meats though. You know, that's her only question.
Oh, okay.
Did he have on his Hoochie Daddy shirt? You know,
Hoochie Daddy.
I know you were a fan of the thigh meat. So, and I don't really look at the devil like that.
So you ain't got eyes for the devil like that?
Unless it's his wife or something.
I don't know why that's so funny. I don't really look at the devil like that. I don't know why that's so good. That's good shit.
It has no choice but to be funny. Dog. There's no other option.
Like a nigga had to go, I don't really look at the devil like that. But next time I see him, I will try to do my best to let you know what he got on.
That you're looking at his thigh meat. All right.
just kind of just take a little clippy clip and send it on over. You know
what?
It's in my messenger.
Just for you, Miss Kim, I'm gonna go ahead and send you a picture.
That's pretty good.
I see him.
All right, thank you.
I heard the devil wears Prada. I don't know.
That's a folk tale, man.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Good callback to a pretty good movie, actually. But outside of that, outside of melting and fucking watching the devil fucking twerk, how you living, Tim?
I'm living good, man. Like I said, I have no complaints as of yet. But as of yet, I would say for the rest of this month. Yeah, before I was complaining because one, I was missing home, and then home came by and paid me a visit, and that was kind of cool. Kind of gave me a little bit of reprieve and everything, and get back to normal here. But like I said, I can't complain. New Orleans is okay for now, except for the heat.
All right, man. Well, motherfucking outside, you know what, Joe?
Hey, man, you know what, dog? New Orleans is above water for the moment, so every day above water in New Orleans is a good thing.
Now.
Good. For now.
Yes. For now. Because August is coming.
I'm gonna move on to Joe. I want to ask him how he doing, but I think this nigga just flying his man bun because I can't get my hair. I think now he's just making it a point to let me know you a bald old nigga.
He's making fun of both of us.
That nigga like I'm Samson, nigga. Look at my hair, nigga. It touched my shoulders.
Touch my shoulders.
Look, I can dress up like a fucking samurai up in this bitch.
Hey, nigga, I might do that for Christmas, nigga. Nigga, that might be the move.
Hey, can we? Hey, let's go all the way ridiculous. Let's get a wagon, put my fat ass in it. It can be Shogun Assassin and Son, nigga.
Shogun Assassin.
Choose the ball.
The ball.
Or the sword.
And you join your...
Hey, I might pay money to see that.
Hey, nigga. You see...
I might pay money to see that.
I'm coming up there.
Whoa, samurai.
You threw your sword?
Yeah, nigga. Oh, shit. This nigga dressed up like a fucking samurai and Son.
I remember time me and Zed watched that shit together in Denver, bro.
Hey, bro.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I had my shit from college, nigga, for like a fucking fortnight.
That's a classic, dog.
Is that it?
Right, you probably longer than that.
Yeah, it was longer.
I heard it sounds like winter whistling wind, but to have it happen to my own neck is ridiculous.
That might be that's one of the best scenes right there, bro.
Nigga. He chopped them niggas up. Anyway, it's just
that when the motherfucker did a fucking 40-yard dash backwards.
Out of her clothes.
Hey, dog, that is the official I don't want no smoke, nigga.
No smoke.
She backflipped out of her clothes and turned to Deion Sanders, nigga.
Oh, man.
Anyway, how you doing, Joe? What's up, man?
Man, I'm getting on a plane in about 6 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Heading to Orlando.
Word.
All right. Yeah, school district paid for me to act bad out there, I guess. I don't know. It's supposed to be a conference. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much I'm going to go at. You know I'm for the record, I'm going to be at every single thing that the district paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how long are you going to be out there?
Parts of 5 days, I believe.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a nice little move. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see what it is. I just put my kids on the plane back to Dallas for the week. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My baby, my oldest baby's about to turn 15.
Cool. Congrats. Happy birthday.
Gave her unofficially, she may or may not have had a driving lesson this week.
She may or may not.
On private property. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
But
good shit.
You know, yeah. So she'll be 15. We went to Cinzetti's to celebrate last night with a few of her friends and her grandparents. So you know, things ain't that bad.
Good shit, man. Right. Good shit. Lovely.
What up with you, Daddy Bosco?
Life is good. Speaking of birthdays, today Grant turned 7. So.
Happy birthday.
Grant Joseph Winston. Yeah. 7
Grant.
years of it. Source on my side eye. Won't get too deep into it. Spreaker, y'all fucking up. Don't know if this episode will be placed on Spreaker, but tomorrow I will be back talking with them. My man Joe, Having Brothers Doom, Joe Jeff logged into the account yesterday. He was trying to share the show with somebody who was asking about it, and none of the motherfucking episodes are up on Spreaker as we speak right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
Can't even log into the bitch.
Can't now. Damn. Yeah, change the passcode, because I was like, okay, or the password, my bad, same difference. Okay, maybe change that. Something happened and get in touch with them. Changed the password last night. That motherfucker ain't working today.
Yeah, they fucking up.
Spreaker, y'all don't notice.
Y'all don't notice. We pay good money to talk shit about white people, coons, the American government, all that shit.
I think they finally listened to the episode where we laughed at niggas getting shot in the chest.
Bro. And actually,
that's what did it.
That's probably what did it.
They gonna take our podcast, bro. That's the name of the episode. They gonna take our podcast. They might finally did that shit.
So we need to apologize to the crew, because that was me and Joe left to our own device and no one else was there. I made a comment.
No parental guidance.
No parental guidance. Joe laughed and it was done.
It was really downhill from there.
It was really all downhill. So, but I see. Okay. But side of that, source side eye for that. Other source, my side eye, niggas complaining to work. It's a volunteer job. You ain't got to come, nigga. I don't care about your complaints. Don't sign up for lates if you know you're supposed to go to dinner with your wife. Ain't my problem, nigga. Ain't my problem. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care about it. Shut the fuck up. Let's go.
Let's move these cases, motherfucker.
Yeah. Let's go. Anyway, outside of that, man, life good. I'll say that for another day. Anyway, but
I was gonna mention. Roger. Make sure you come to HRS next year.
I probably won't get to go since I went this year. I went by myself.
Damn, I wish you could.
Yeah, me too.
Damn, I wish you could go.
I know, because it's gonna be in New Orleans.
That's right.
I wish I had been like, no. Yeah, but I went by myself last year, so the whole crew's in front of me.
God damn.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? San Diego last year?
San Francisco.
San Francisco,
Frisco. And once I knew nobody else was going, I was like, yes, send me. I don't want to deal with none of these niggas. I get to walk around and not pretend like I want to hang out with motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? I want to thank Joe. He invited. We didn't podcast last week, but invited me to his church, his parents' church. I know.
It's my church, but it's a branch that I had not been to before.
Okay, there we go.
It's it's St. James United Methodist. It's the South version.
South version.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's I don't know that time. I'm committed to the time, not the church.
Yes.
So if that's the time they're gonna do the South version, I might start going to the South.
I like that. Okay. And I know on the show, the show Atheist, I should clearly define that I am agnostic, that has been lost for some time. And yeah, me and Joe have had talks about faith, even when I was staying at another place, another apartment. But I do appreciate him helping me on this journey. There have been another church I was invited to. They started at 11:30, kind of late on a Sunday, niggas.
That is way. That's danger close to.
The
game time, bro.
Me being
it is late, huh?
Yeah,
that's danger close to game time.
Danger close to game time, and on top of that, I'm like, even if I stay up late drinking, I'm still an early riser. I like to get up, put the clothes on, and hear the word and get going. But I do appreciate Joe for helping lead a hand and not showing the way, but kind of showing me a path as far as like helping me with my faith. So I appreciate that, bro.
All right.
With that said, yeah, let's get to some of this news. Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, eliminates constitutional right to abortion. The court upholds the law of Mississippi that bans abortion after 15 weeks, open doors to widespread prohibitions on the procedure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've been talking about that ever since Trump was in office and was appointing all those Supreme Court justices. It's been, so it's been coming down the pipeline, and what they came out with they leaked the argument or something. Is that what they call it? Like about a few weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when the draft was leaked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we knew with the draft leak. Yep. So we knew it was bound to happen, man, and here we are. Going backwards, hustling backwards.
And then and on Twitter, the point's been made a lot that this ruling comes down in a country with no guaranteed maternal leave, no guaranteed access to health care, and then hell, this damn baby formula shortage, damn near all over the damn world. It's all these little things. It's like what's really the focus of what's going on?
Right.
But it's all about control.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's what I was gonna allude to was it's all about white supremacy. I say white supremacy.
Okay.
Because these are a bunch of angry white folks, angry white men who has released who has lost their control somewhere, some long line. And even though I know one of the justices will call himself black, but he's not. He ain't been black since the turn of the century. But it's a bunch of
Since the Ford administration.
Exactly. It's just that it's a bunch of angry white dudes just trying to get their power back, and then they find something that is as vulnerable as the Roe v. Wade decision to attack.
Attack. They dropped a nuclear warhead on that motherfucker.
They fucking put a nuclear war on something that is just, something so, out of pocket. Yeah, I mean, not out of pocket. Hold on. I'm sorry, that's the wrong term. That's the wrong term.
I don't want to interrupt you, man, but you act like that shit was just on a fucking whim. Nah, they were put there to do that.
Yeah.
That was their job.
Yeah.
The reason why Trump got elected was for today.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not an accident.
It's not. I mean, yeah, you're right. We wasn't cut off.
That's what I was saying. That's what I said in the pregame, man. I mean,
we knew it was coming.
That motherfucker don't even need a second term. He don't need another 4 years, man. He don't need to be in office. He got more accomplished in his 4 years. Yeah, shit. He set the table.
Work is done.
Yeah, he set the table real nice. So
shit. That motherfucker, even if he didn't get elected, he won. He fucking won.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's been a systematic attack. You know what I mean? They've been doing it on the state level, and that's basically what the ruling was that the states
to allow the states to
make their own determinations, which contradicts the ruling that we'll talk about later on here in a second. But yeah, man,
Well, it's in concert with the 10th Amendment. 10th Amendment to the Constitution says that anything that is not written in the Constitution specifically given to the federal government is reserved for the states or the people. So it does not talk about abortion in the Constitution. Therefore, according to the 10th Amendment, that right belongs to the states.
Correct. Well, I mean,
that's what they've done.
But the same thing goes for weed, though. But federally, they will come kicking your fucking door, even though you might be in a state that has legalized weed.
And so, what could happen is that you have a Democratic Senate, you have a Democratic House, you have a Democratic President. You can codify the protections of Roe v. Wade, but that's not going to happen because you got to break the filibuster, and that's not going to happen.
Nope.
I don't know, man.
And what would that just so I don't remain ignorant? What would that if that was to happen? What would that mean?
Codify means make a law, federal law.
There we go. Okay.
So they could make a federal law supporting that, but they didn't do that in the Obama administration. They didn't do that in the Clinton administration. They didn't do that in the Biden administration. Before Roe v. Wade was struck down. So I mean, Democrats if this was important to them, they'd have protected it. This is important to Republicans. Republicans have been aiming for this shit for 40, 50 years. The Democrats been like, we good. So, I mean, if it was really important to them, they could have been strategizing to do something to reinforce protection of Roe.
We talked about
but they didn't do it.
We talked about on the show before too, though. Like the Dems, they play too fucking nice when it comes to some of these things that should, I think, be protected or be put to task and or hold Republicans to a fucking fire of some sort. You know what I'm saying? There's something to be said about this all-inclusive tent, which is cool. But we talked about before, when Republicans have a talking point, when Republicans want to get something done, these niggas get in line. And they walk the line. They no matter if they on Fox, MSNBC, CNN, fucking the Daily Report, these niggas have the talking points, and they all pretty much say the same thing.
Yep.
No, they've been pushing for the day.
Yes, sir.
For years, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, this shit is not an accident at all.
No, it was set up.
This is by design, it's by planning. So Democrats are mad, nigga. They had a chance to do something about it.
They had a chance to stop the shit.
Agreed.
Elections have consequences.
They do. Yeah. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, and I know there's a lot of people out there that was like, the lesser two evils and all this shit like that, man. But it's like a lot more in stake than who just sitting in that White House. You know what I'm saying? A lot more. Go ahead, Joe. You got something?
I saw a tweet from Bernie talking about we need to go ahead and break the filibuster, which is not going to happen.
No.
But we need to break the filibuster so we can codify this shit. And people behind them talking about, well, shit, motherfucker, if you would give a full-throated endorsement to Hillary Clinton, we wouldn't be in this problem. Now, other people say, he did what he could for Hillary,
Yeah,
But I mean, this really comes down to y'all didn't come out. I know that Hillary got the majority of the vote. It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
He needed to get the majority she needed to get the majority of the vote in a few more states.
Right.
And she didn't get it, and elections have consequences.
Like to me the epitome or the best picture or meme of the Republican Party is you have a president that talk during the primaries and all that shit, talk cold shit about a man's wife. About
cash
a man's wife. Cash money about his man's wife. But when that motherfucker was elected to head the party ticket, Ted Cruz got locked in step, bro. Locked in step.
He told the fucking line.
Told the line. And that's what I'm talking about. When these niggas, when it's time to, they gonna have their little fight, but when it's time to mount the fuck up, when it's time to get something passed, when it's time to stop Barack Obama passing any fucking kind of legislation, when it's time to stop Barack Obama electing any kind of Supreme Court justice, these niggas get in line.
That motherfucker couldn't pass gas.
Yes, he couldn't.
Real talk.
Real talk. I mean, as angry as it made us to see it,
right?
And then, but then you got motherfuckers today talking about and then I'm gonna mess her name up. Black Supreme Court Justice
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Ketanji Brown. You got motherfuckers on Twitter talking about, you see what happened? We got the first Black Supreme Court Justice to see what happened. It's like she ain't even sitting yet, bro.
She wasn't sitting yet. Samuel Alito still.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. This is how stupid we fucking are. And this is why shit like this gonna keep happening, because we just stupid. We don't teach civics in class. Niggas don't know the.
Hold on. We don't teach civics? Hold up, nigga. That's what I do for a living, nigga. I teach it.
I know Joe Jefferson teach civics. But I'm talking about. Come on, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You get on this motherfucker once a week and at least give us a gem about civics. Once a week, you give us free motherfucking dope off the divine of fucking justice. But we know a lot of motherfuckers who can't. We know motherfuckers out there right now that can't name the fucking 3 motherfucking branches of government. And I ain't talking about kids. I'm talking about adults.
That's Larry.
I'm talking about adults.
Larry, Carol, and Mo. Right? You know what I'm saying?
That's the 3 branches.
That's 3 branches. You got it just amazes me that people wonder why we are where we at, but we so fucking stupid. That's why we are where we at.
We're ignorant to the process. We don't understand how the process works, and we don't know how to navigate the process. So it's not that it's not being taught. It's not being executed. It's not being modeled.
I'm gonna say both.
That's the problem.
I would still say both.
It's being executed. It's being modeled. You niggas, it's motherfuckers who are in the Democratic tent that you talking about, the large ass tent we got. They just don't give a fuck.
That too.
No. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. So like, hey, so
we got agendas.
If you don't go out there and vote, if you don't participate in the process, if civics class is boring to you, whatever the fuck you feel, and now your ass can't abort your baby, well, okay, that's on you because you didn't pay attention.
I'm supposed to know how to vote. Somebody has to show me how to do that. That's what I'm saying.
Man, come on now. Government is mandatory in every state.
Yes,
government.
Nobody ever showed me how to vote.
They're about to say government's mandatory, but how to vote is not. And they make it real tricky for niggas to vote.
Like, I figured that shit out. Like, you know what I mean? Some shit you just got to figure out. You just got to go do.
The blacker your neighborhood, the less access you have to voting polls.
Tell me about it.
I'm saying, like, because we don't have access to the process, we're not necessarily.
You can lean back if you want to, Joe.
There is an internet out there. Fuck that.
Everybody,
whole goddamn internet out there. There is access to this shit. Whether motherfuckers participate in the process, that's on them.
But but even that, those kind of elitist though, to say there's an internet out there that assumes that everybody has access to the internet. That's elitist. That's an elitist thought process.
There's public libraries. It's out there, bro.
But once again, they shutting down public libraries too, Joe. They shut down, huh?
Man,
I gotta pull them up.
Oh no, they are shutting. They're shutting libraries.
Look, man, look. When I'm out and about, wherever I'm out and about at, all I see is people looking at their phones. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just looking at fucking pictures that they done took. They looking at shit that you gotta have an internet connection one way or another to access shit.
I told you 2 weeks ago that a Latina didn't know shit about Uvalde. A 17, 18-year-old Latina didn't know shit about Uvalde. They don't give a shit.
And there are black folks who don't know about Juneteenth. What that mean?
Exact the fuck me, nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
So is it not being taught? Is it not being taught?
Out there, it's being talked about. Motherfuckers ain't tuning in.
But no, that's not the same thing. No, I don't think everybody not tuned in. Some things aren't being taught either.
I didn't say everybody. I said enough people.
What's enough people though? What's the percentage of that of the population? What's enough?
The percent of the population to get Hillary Clinton elected president.
Well, some people knew that. They just said I'm not voting for her because I don't like her. But I'm agreeing with you on that though. I'm agreeing. I ain't gonna fight you on that. I agree.
Choice on abortions and all that shit either. So you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, niggas anticipate the process. It is what it is.
I feel you. On certain things, I feel you. I hear what you're getting at. But
yeah, I mean, look, you got to take some responsibility for yourself.
Oh,
don't get me wrong. They're obviously, especially since the last election, they've been putting more obstacles in place as far as access to voting and all that sort of thing. So I'm not going to act like I'm blind to it. I mean, we've talked about it extensively.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my bad, Tim. At the same time, you still got. You still got to put forth the fucking effort. Like a person can, what they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right?
Can't make them drink.
That's a saying for a fucking reason. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, the information is there, whether it's being emphasized. It's being emphasized in places, but not everywhere. But it depends on what the fuck you spending your time and energy.
I'll tell you something like this. I'm gonna tell you what an old white woman told me one day. He said, if you want people not to know something, write it down.
Yeah, I feel you. But hold on, Zed. What if the water's poison? We also spend time on the show talking about a lot of information is behind the paywall. People don't have access to information. There's a lot of false information out there. So I can lead a horse to water, but what if the water is poison?
I don't know, bro. You got to do.
Bro, this shit's out there, bro. I don't know.
You got to do your work.
The answer can't be there's shit out there. Like there's a lot of misinformation out there too.
It's like widely out there. It's not. This shit is pervasive, bro. This shit's everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with putting in a little effort and putting in a little work, putting in a little research.
I feel you. The only thing, like you said, the only thing I'm saying is the blacker your community gets, the harder the resources, the harder the access to shit becomes. I
understand that. Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with you on that at all. But all I'm saying is that the information, the resource, the access is still there. It's not like it's not it's a void.
It's just not hidden on the internet. Nigga. Yeah, it's widely available. And motherfuckers be on the internet. They be on TikTok.
That's fine.
We're gonna act like there's not Instagram.
But we're gonna there's not misinformation out there. That's fine. We're gonna act like there's not misinformation out there. We've had not even a dozen. We've had hundreds of podcasts where we talk about misinformation.
Matter of fact, check this though, Roger. I mean, we talk about the shit every week. Every week that we do an episode.
Because we are niggas that actually go out there.
Up until yesterday, I'm assuming you could go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
That's what it is. Spotify took our shit down because they knew he was gonna talk about Roe.
But hold on, that too. But hold on, but we've also.
So all I'm saying though.
Go ahead, Zeb. Go ahead.
One at a time. Go ahead, Zeb. And I'm not saying that motherfuckers should listen to us. I think they should.
I think so too.
But motherfuckers listen to Spotify all day long. We also on Spotify, so that you know what I mean. Now they might not know about us, understand all that. You know what I mean. All I'm saying is that there is information, there is access to the information. And you know, like at some point in time, we can't continue to make. You know, we can talk about real issues and real problems, but we can't also continue to allow these obstacles to be, you know, to stop us. You know what I mean? To motherfucking, you know, to stop us from doing what we need to do. You know what I mean? Because
elections have consequences.
Can I say I halfway agree? Because I was also the same motherfucker on this podcast that got beat up for like Hillary by a lot of people.
Yeah, I didn't beat you.
No, you didn't. But James ain't here. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that beat me up about we love Bernie, but he ain't gonna win the nomination. I got beat up by a lot of people on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean it happens. I mean that's we have different we have varying opinions. But people can listen to that and take it for what it's worth for them.
I hear you, but I'm saying
because you were putting out your you were getting beat up, but
hold the fuck up, nigga. Hold the fuck up, nigga. The Hillary election was before we had a podcast, nigga. Stop that shit.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Yes, the fuck it was. That was 2016, nigga. We started this shit 4 years ago.
No.
Oh yeah, technically because Spotify and Spreaker took that shit down. But I had it in fucking Apple, not Apple, in Google Drive, nigga. I know we didn't start this shit till like 2000.
Why do I remember talking about Hillary? Did she run in fucking?
We talked about the shit, but it was after the fact. It was post-mortem. It's post-mortem.
So what was
post-mortem?
So it was a whole Bernie and Biden. My bad. That's what we're talking about.
Biden, nigga. Come on, man. Get your shit right. Get your shit together.
But hold on, that's fine though. I got beat up about that shit too. But
it was the same.
But it goes to my point of us having a big tent and fighting within our tent. That was my point. But thank you, Joe. It was Biden, not Hillary. But back to my point of us having a big tent and fighting within their own tent and not being able to get lock and step even on our own podcast. So a nation of motherfuckers supposed to do the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why y'all got what y'all got.
Okay. But no, you're right.
Hey, they seem to do it on the other side.
But no, Hillary and Biden are the same. But that's why I got fucked up. They pretty much the same person. One was just.
No, you're right. That's true.
Yeah, one was a little bit younger. They weren't gonna do nothing for niggas, but for the most part, they wasn't gonna let. They gonna let these women and won't be sucking dick for contraceptives. You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
Oh, wait. Speaking of contraceptives, before y'all move on, y'all need to snatch shows up. Use your HSA points for that. Go to your local pharmacies for that. And if you would like additional tips, you can go to PlushPal82 on Instagram because I'm going to be dropping women's survival guide tips like a couple of times a week. Because we got to learn how to track our ovulation by hand now. We can't even do that shit in apps no more because they track in the apps.
Hey, are you broadcasting live from the lunar module?
Yeah, your sound. It don't sound as good as it normally do.
You sound like you on the satellite, nigga. On the International Space Station, nigga. You know.
She sound like she's on AM radio.
But we're gonna move on to the next. I mean, I guess they're all the same article. It's the Supreme Court, but yes, I do sometimes play devil advocate, but yes. Motherfuckers do gotta do the footwork, but at the same point in time, you gotta fight this misinformation. How you do that is by doing the footwork. Moving on. Actually, we can't move on. Supreme Court.
We did the footwork for you, motherfuckers. Just listen.
No.
Just
but they can't listen, Joe.
The brothers break bread.
Spreaker is taking down the podcast. They said these niggas are too smart. You got two smart black women. You got sometimes 4 to 5 smart niggas on here dropping a lot of knowledge. This nigga teaching. Not only is he on the podcast, he has access to the young minds. You got Lady Lavender, access to the young minds. Shut these niggas down.
Now.
Supreme Court expands gun rights with the nation divided. In a major expansion of gun rights after a series of mass shootings, the Supreme Court said Thursday that Americans have a right to carry firearms in public for self-defense, a ruling likely to lead to more people legally armed. The decision came as Congress and states debate gun control legislation.
That's smart.
That's what we need. More niggas with open carrying guns.
We need more stupid motherfuckers with guns.
And I don't know. Like I said,
So Joe, this is what you were saying. Since the Second Amendment is part of the Constitution, I guess. Mm-hmm. That allows it to doesn't revert back to states' rights.
So I haven't done. I did check back. I did check a little bit of this stuff, but I was busy today. I had they dumped like 3 or 4 Supreme Court decisions today.
Yeah, today, yeah.
And so I checked in on them, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time. I had to drop my babies off at the airport today, and that took 6 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know what I was hearing.
But yeah. To answer your question, hold on.
Yeah,
to answer your question, yes. The difference between the abortion issue and the gun rights issue is that there is a Second Amendment. And the Second Amendment does say that you have the right to bear arms. It does say it needs to be a well-regulated militia, and I think ignore the well-regulated part.
Right.
But, yes, gun rights are in the Constitution, whereas abortion rights are nowhere to be found.
Got you.
Right.
And so if it's not in the Constitution, now, there is a necessary and proper clause that allows the government to do what is necessary and what is proper, so they can legislate to protect women's rights in regards to abortions, but they have not done so. and I don't see it happening because they don't have a supermajority in the Senate. But so when you come to this here, this is specifically about something that is in the Constitution, and it says that rights to own a gun shall not be infringed. I think that the word regulated should be emphasized a little bit,
highlighted,
more than it is.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what we live.
Well, that brings some clarity to me because I was thinking that it seemed to be hypocritical. You know what I mean? Like, on one hand, you're saying that states have the rights to, make these determinations, and then on the other hand, you're saying that it doesn't. But I wasn't aware of that, what did you call it? What was it?
10th Amendment?
Yeah, No. Was it? Yeah, the 10th Amendment. Yeah, you said 10th Amendment.
Yeah, there's states' rights in those issues. Yeah. So there's this is not under the same auspices as the other issue. I really don't know what the outcome was. How they end up protecting gun rights more so than they had been before?
It was a law in New York that you can't carry a concealed weapon out in public unless you can prove that there's some special cause. You're under some special threat, like you got a stalker. You know what I'm saying? That has threatened your life. You know what I mean? And so that's how they were able to regulate, the carrying of concealed weapons out.
I want to say on the AP exam, there's McDonald versus Chicago that talks about they tried to ban gun rights within the school zone. And basically, again, Second Amendment comes into play and says, hey, the right to bear arms should not be infringed. Mm-hmm. Forget the part about well-regulated militia. Forget that part. But the right to bear arms should not be infringed. So if New York is saying, hey, we're going to have stop and frisk, hey, we're going to do this, that, and the third, the Constitution says, I can pack my Smith & Wesson. But here's my thing. Okay, okay? So was Alito's a Democrat, right? Who was the motherfucker who did the opinion on Roe? Oh. Anybody know who wrote the majority opinion on Roe?
I don't remember. I don't know, actually.
What he said, I don't remember what it was. I think Alito's a Democrat. I forgot who wrote it. Kennedy? I forget his name.
I don't know who it was.
But the point I'm making to you is that what he said is that the history of America, like 50 years we've gone the road, and that's protected women's rights to not have an abortion, to have an abortion, protected by whatever. But the long history of America has been to XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's been to, protect the fetus from, abortion. Mm-hmm. And so in his opinion, the 50 years of Roe has been an aberration, okay, over the historical, what the Constitution has really meant, okay?
Right.
What I'm saying is when the Constitution was written on gun rights, we had fucking muskets.
Yeah, right. That's been the big thing on Twitter, yep.
Yeah, when the Constitution was written, we didn't have fucking AKs, nigga. We didn't have AR-15s. Yeah. We didn't have Uzis and bullshit like that.
We didn't even have bullets. Automatic handgun.
We didn't have bullets.
Exactly. So if we gonna go off of what the founders was on,
yeah.
Okay, well, nigga, hey, you can have a fucking musket.
There you go.
Right.
Joe, nigga, if you want to load your shit every 20 seconds with a fucking ball and fucking,
and powder.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do that shit, hey, nigga, go with God. Go that.
For it. Yeah.
I will see you at noon, nigga, on the hill.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring your musket, nigga.
I think that's what I was watching something earlier, and that's what they were saying. It was like basically the ruling basically doesn't allow for the courts to take into consideration basically modern shit, you know what I mean? Like the current times, basically.
The logic on that shit is fucking backwards as fuck. Like, we want to talk about, okay, well, this is the history of America on abortion. Well, what the fuck is the history of America on fucking gun rights?
Right.
If the Constitution is a static thing, and we only gonna go off what the Constitution meant in 1776, Nigga, in 1776, 1791, when they made the fucking amendments, whatever you want to talk about. 1791, when they made the amendments, nigga, we had fucking grape shot, nigga.
Grape shot, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? We not talking about fucking AR-15s. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? Let's be consistent. But we don't want to do that because that shit would fuck up the agenda.
Right, of course.
Let's be consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Same energy.
Same energy.
Sorry, just real quick. The decision struck down, as Zeb alluded to, the decision struck down a New York law requiring people to demonstrate a particular need for carrying a gun in order to get a license to carry a gun in a concealed way in public. The justice said the requirement violates the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. Justice Clarence Thomas, coon-ass nigga, wrote for the majority of the Constitution the Constitution protects the individual's right to carry a handgun for self-defense outside the home. That right is not a second class right, Thomas wrote. We know of no other constitutional right that any individual may exercise only after demonstrating to government officers some special need.
Let's talk about Clarence Thomas.
We're gonna talk about him. We got like one more. You know what? Fuck it.
Do we have to?
Nah, this nigga. I don't know.
I'm joking.
So on the road with, I don't even know what the new fucking this. It's Jackson World Health Organization. The Jackson who? Jackson World Health
Organization.
Yeah, it's somebody versus the Jackson who. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in that decision, he didn't write the majority opinion, but he wrote a concurring opinion. And in that concurring opinion, he was like, "Nah, nigga, we ain't just coming for your fucking abortion rights, son." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, we coming for your fucking gay marriage, son.
Yep.
We need to come back for that, motherfucker. We need to come back for your motherfucking I don't remember what else the fuck it is. Your
transgender.
Your contraceptive, son. Your transgender shits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We come for all that shit, son. Don't even worry. 2022, you thought that was what it is in 2022. Wait till 2023 come on, homeboy.
Hey, Joe.
He said Queens make the money and Brooklyn take it. Queens make it, Brooklyn take it.
Brooklyn keep on taking it. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn keep on taking it.
Hey, Joe, you missed the
Brooklyn.
We missed the pregame, though. What if this nigga is smarter than we think he is? And this is an overall scheme to get, what was it, Loving versus Virginia?
Virginia, yeah.
To get it thrown off the books.
What if he fuck all the way up, he go all the way back?
But no, he ain't fucked up. He want to get, he won't be like, "Hey, babe, I want to stay with you, but you white, I'm black, and we rude on this shit."
He said, hey, we go back to the long history of America. Black and white folks supposed to be together. Bitch, I'm gone.
Bitch, I'm gone. It's gonna be the Dave Chappelle skit, but in reverse, nigga.
Right, exactly.
But real talk though, dog. Like, but hold on though, it's crazy. We have talked about this on this show a few times where it ain't gonna stop at just abortions. It's not gonna stop there. They gonna come for women's contraceptives, man.
Yeah. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Hey, dog, put that big ass. Don't pick that big ass bottle up no more, nigga. You got a flight to catch in a couple hours.
Nigga, I've been on this motherfucking this Caucasian, this white Russian nigga. What's up with it?
What's up with this?
The Caucasian Russian?
Yeah, nigga, that Caucasian, bro.
Not the black.
I've been on my Big Lebowski.
But let me see. Yeah, so in June alone, the conservative Senate Supreme Court voted to weaken Miranda rights. We're gonna talk about that. Border Patrol agents from excessive force claims, lessen requirements for concealed and carry, officially been undone. But justice, as you talked about, man, same-sex marriage, contraceptive concerns, and not just marriage, but also just relationships, transgenders right, and all that shit, man. This dude is, like, for a nigga to be quiet all the time, he getting real vocal lately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Real vocal. Like that nigga, you been saying Jay-Z, that nigga like, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Coon. C-O-N-O.
Coon Thomas.
Oh, yeah, man. That nigga, and too bad I ain't gonna say who he looked like, but I'm good. Yeah.
Who nominated Clarence? Was it Reagan or Bush?
That was HW.
HW.
H to the EZO, do. But like I said, man, for a nigga that's usually don't say shit, he been real vocal lately.
Yeah.
Everybody going to jail. They said something about Lawrence versus Texas in that same article. And Lawrence versus Texas says the criminal punishment for those who commit sodomy were unconstitutional. So I'm just going through all these little.
Hey, and when it comes to sodomy, though, hey fellas, no more blowjobs for y'all. Done, son.
No BJ's and steaks.
No BJ's.
Shit, no more anal sex.
No more anal sex, even if it's your wife.
I was
done, son.
trying to be more hopeful. I got to leave the country now, man.
Yeah, you definitely got to leave the country.
Oh, hell no.
No blowjobs. Nope.
That don't work.
Is that what sodomy means?
Yes, sir.
No, sodomy is anal sex.
It covers.
I had to have that conversation this week with one of my. That's
actually what
there's a
went to prison for.
There have been like it's bullshit for the most part, but there have been military officers who have been relieved their command for sodomy with their wives, which would be any unnatural sexual act, which includes getting a BJ and anal sex.
Yeah, it's still on the books in a lot of states, but now it's we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's either Kansas or Missouri. It's on the books there.
It's quite a few states that are still on the books.
It's one of those, yeah.
Yeah, so when niggas like, yeah, sodomy, yeah, have these gays, blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, nigga, that
they ain't just telling them. Yeah.
I'm like, that's why I'm like, I can't get with you, bruh.
Nope.
Cause I
against the law.
I mean, like, not so much. Hey, you can have gay sex, that's fine, but so much the BJ's and anal sex.
Oh.
Hey, babe.
Right.
Be my babe. Yeah, no, yeah, it's gonna be a bad time for everybody. Missionary for all you niggas.
Long live Gilead.
Turn everybody into a missionary, huh?
Yeah. Amen.
Nigga, I'm telling you, man, we are not too far removed from Gilead, man.
And then we were talking about Miranda rights, Supreme Court's third decision of the day. This was June 3rd.
He did say something about that, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Vega versus, is it Tikal? That's what I'm saying,
Tikal.
What this shit to be smoking? Tikal. In a 6-3 opinion by Alito, the court holds that suspects cannot sue for a violation of their civil rights when police fail to provide them with Miranda warnings. All 3 liberals dissented. And then I have the here, but I'm not gonna read all this shit. We will definitely have it in the show notes. Mm-hmm. And I think that was on Twitter because like once again Twitter can be dumb people. It didn't get away with Miranda rights, but just the fact that
you can't sue.
Yeah, if you haven't been read your Miranda rights, that's not standalone enough to sue law enforcement.
Yeah. Well, what I heard is that, and I don't really know a whole lot about that specific one, but I just heard it's that it can affect as far as coerced confessions
exactly.
And shit like that. So
when do I know when I'm being placed under arrest?
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's a slippery slope.
So that's why we say
slippery slope.
Yeah, watch 48 hours, first 48, and you will learn that I need a lawyer. I need a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I need a lawyer.
I need a lawyer.
Yep. I need a lawyer. Even if you know
I need a lawyer.
Even if you know you're innocent.
That's the only answer you have.
I need a lawyer.
That's right.
I need a lawyer. Those should be the things that you say.
Is your name's XYZ? I need a lawyer.
I need a lawyer. Yeah. Where were you at on this night?
That's all you need to say.
I need a lawyer. There you go. So yeah. All bad though. Still coming. I mean, in a nation that says the freest country in the world, a lot of rights are being attacked for a lot of people, a lot of different groups. Oh, hold on. Miranda, we got justice there. Oh yeah. And then with all this, in the pregame, I didn't even know this. I was like, oh wait a minute. Yeah, the January 6th hearings are still going too, with all this other shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course.
Yep, I think they did the 4th day yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is June 23rd, the report. think the big thing was these niggas are still trying to suck dick for these pardons. That's the big takeaway. And that's sodomy. So Justice Thomas gonna make sure all these niggas go to jail anyway.
What they say about your wife participating in a coup? Is that protected by the
nigga? I don't understand how it works. Make it make sense.
It's not gonna make sense. That's not what we're here to do.
No, we here to laugh at.
That's not our agenda.
Yeah, we are here to report the news, not to make the news, nigga.
I guess cancel culture is a real thing since Springer's trying to cancel us, I guess. But anyway,
they don't give a fuck about the brothers breaking bread.
They do not give a fuck about the brothers breaking bread. Let's see. Shit that we are.
Hey man, why are we talking about fucking?
Hey, but you know what though, man? I did see real quick. I watched some of the hearing maybe on Tuesday, I think it was. Mm-hmm. I caught maybe about an hour of it or so. Oh yeah, it was when they were talking to an election worker, this black lady in Atlanta, and her mom was there too. They had depositioned her mom. In a private hearing or whatever, but she was there. Anyways, I saw that one. That one was crazy. They were just talking about how their life, like how it was all fucked up since, because they were the people that Donald Trump and I think Giuliani was repeatedly saying that they had, they was doing some foul shit in whatever county that is in Atlanta. I forget the name of the county, but they was just talking about how that affected their lives and shit, man, which was crazy as hell. But then I was hearing some talk. It's just crazy, man. Like there was, you got to give credit where credit's due, I guess, man. Like there were some motherfucking Republicans that, I guess you could call them true patriots and shit. You know what I mean? That are, they probably was also looking out for their own interests too, because they knew.
You could also call them rhinos.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh yeah, you call. Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about that tonight? The whole rhino situation.
Oh, I forgot about that video.
Oh, you act like rhinos is new. That's something I've been told about since about 5 years ago.
Well, no, like the rhinos I've heard about, but like you had old boy who was basically saying
with his ad,
he giving out rhino hunting permits.
Yeah, that's the Missouri fucking
nigga. I forgot about that shit, nigga.
Yeah, Greitens.
Eric Greitens, right? Eric Greitens out here giving rhino hunt permits. Nigga, come on,
rhino tags. That's what they call them, hunting tags.
Nigga, that shit's right.
But there were some motherfuckers that stood up. You know what I mean? And then go for the okie doke, man. You know what I mean? And and they be talking about it.
What was his name? Rappersburger or something like that shit. The fucking Secretary of State in Georgia.
In Georgia, yeah, there was him, but there was also your boy Barr, who's the
Bill Barr. Fuck that nigga. But he was
fuck him. But he stood up. I mean, because it was stupid. The shit didn't make no sense. There was no. I think if they would have saw a path that they could get away with it, like there was even just a little bit of credible evidence that they could have, made it make some sort of sense, they probably would have went with it, man. But they was just like, man, look, we did our investigations and shit, and there was just absolutely no credible evidence to support these claims. You know what I mean? And
these are Republicans.
These are Republicans, yeah. I heard a dude. I was watching a recap of yesterday, and this was the. I want to say who was Attorney General before Bill Barr? Not Sessions, but was there somebody else? I don't remember. I forget the dude's position. I forget his name, but he's a high level dude that meets with the president, and the president wanted to replace. Trump wanted to replace him with some attorney that was like a fucking. He was not qualified. I forgot what his field was. What type of law that he normally dealt with. And they was just like, man, if you appoint this dude who's clearly not qualified, we all the people that was in this meeting was like, we're going to resign, and we can pretty much tell you, man, that the heads of all these departments, all the leadership in all these departments are going to resign too. Because
who the fuck did Donnie T appoint that was qualified?
Yeah.
Good question.
He had a whole bunch of interim motherfuckers. That way he didn't
interim,
go through.
yeah.
Yep.
He had to go through confirmation hearings.
Yep. Hold on, real quick. People might wonder what we're talking about.
I'm Eric Greitens, Navy SEAL, and today we're going rhino hunting. The rhino feeds on corruption and is marked by the stripes of cowardice. Join the MAGA crew. Get a rhino hunting permit. There's no bagging limit, no tagging limit, and it doesn't expire until we save our country.
That nigga is so reckless. Let's talk about how this nigga's wife came out and talked about how this nigga was sexually harassing him. Or her. Yeah, how he was sexually harassing her, man.
Held her at gunpoint at one point in time.
And then it was some chick that wasn't his wife that said that he tied her up or some shit and took pictures of her and basically blackmailed her.
Well, that's not the reason why this nigga got kicked out of being the governor. The nigga got kicked out because he was fucking up the money on campaign finances. But that was one of the things that gave him a black eye on the process. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga's a trash motherfucker, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know he was a Navy SEAL. Fuck that nigga. He was a trash ass Navy SEAL.
Not all soldiers are good soldiers.
Yeah.
Head on, dog. What fucked me up though is these niggas really real ballsy. You got the 25th ID patch on the back of these niggas' helmets that kick in the door.
Right.
The little chili pepper with the lightning bolt. That's the 25th.
I don't know what that means.
I'm about to say what's that mean.
That's the 25th Infantry Division. That is
that's paraphernalia.
That is they have military paraphernalia which should never be used in a campaign ad.
Oh yeah, official.
Oh, he fucking up. Kill that nigga.
Yeah, I'm just saying, dog. Like that. That is a very large, beloved infantry division. They are stationed. They're headquartered in Hawaii. That's where their main base is at. But yeah, man, hold on, dog. The Navy SEALs.
Why you couldn't get some Missouri motherfuckers to be on that shit?
I know. Here's the funny thing, though, right? You a Navy SEAL, but you couldn't get Navy niggas to come kicking doors with you. You had to go through.
These are questions.
Why you got Army niggas kicking the door? You a Navy SEAL, nigga?
I didn't catch none of that shit because I don't know none of the fucking Illuminati shit. You know what I'm saying? But
did you just say Illuminati?
Illuminati.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
This nigga's enlightened like a motherfucker, man. I don't know shit about none of this shit. But fuck that nigga, man. That's all I know.
Fuck him, dog. Yeah, no. I did. Yeah, my cousin and I did a little bit of time with 25th ID motherfuckers. As soon as I saw that shit on the back of niggas' helmet, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Hey, fuck him. He doesn't need the nomination. Let's give it to that bitch ass nigga from St. Louis that was waving the gun at protesters in 2020.
So what you saying is it's all bad, nigga? That what you saying?
Yeah,
it's all bad.
Hey,
all bad.
Hey, who you gonna choose, Satan or Satan?
Hold on, Kim wanna know what kind of shorts. What shorts is Satan wearing, nigga?
What kind of shorts that you rather wear, nigga?
Yeah.
No.
Kim, speak on it, nigga. What Eric Greitens got to wear to get your vote?
No, he.
You don't want to see that thigh meat? You don't want to see that thigh meat?
Greater created and a beautiful black man. Can I tell y'all a quick story? It happened to me on Juneteenth.
Please do.
Oh shit.
Okay, so Frank at the lovely Old Navy. I'm returning some shit, y'all. It's Caucasian male. He's taking the stuff back, and he hit me with the Black Queen, Sister of Light. I was like, "Who the hell are you talking?" And so he spits good. I mean, I give him, for a Caucasian male, it was. I mean, I don't know. I don't speak Caucasian, so it was. It's probably nice.
We all speak Caucasian. Stop fucking around. Stop playing that.
His name was a little bit different. It was flattering. It wasn't flattering to me, but I think a white woman would have found it flattering. I didn't find it flattering.
Was he wearing a dashiki? Was he wearing the dashiki?
Did he offer you a bean pie?
No, it was Old Navy, so he had on like the ugly Old Navy flag tee, which I totally cracked up because I'm like, it's Juneteenth. Y'all don't have nothing anyway. And so I looked at him and I said, it's Juneteenth, the ancestors wouldn't be pleased, and took my receipt and walked off. And like 4 black women behind me just fell out laughing for like Like we left out the store around the same time. We walked around the Legend and just cackled. She was like, "I'm not even from here, but is that how the black women are here?" And I'm like, "This one is." So yeah, to Frank from the Old Navy, it was a no then. It'll be a no tomorrow. I got to make some more returns too. So
He's just trying. He's trying.
Hey, keep shooting your shot, Frank.
He's just trying to do nation.
just don't not to Kim.
He's just doing nation. He's just trying to do nation building, man. How we gonna build these gaps and these bridges?
No.
Damn real.
No.
Especially when Ken walking around with these honey buns.
I know. Hold on. Honey buns. Hold on. You like Joe's hair? You can have a little Joe.
Let me explain.
Why get so quiet? Oh no.
No.
What just happened?
Y'all brought it up. Y'all gonna put some respect on my name. Who has not? That's why y'all shit got took down. Why?
Why we hitting below the belt?
Kim in the description. Y'all ain't still put my name to be named. What the fuck is that?
Because we didn't agree. Okay. We didn't agree until like 2 episodes ago. Is that?
No, you're right.
Thank you.
That's on me.
It's like a referee with a whistle. It's official.
That's on me. I've been busy and I ain't even focused on the details. That's on me.
my Nubian black queen sister.
No.
Would you like to have a bean? Would you like to have a bean pie?
Because real talk, when the shit happened, I really was not focusing on what shit when that shit happened. I went back to the archives and figured out that you agreed to the shit. You know?
Yeah, that's what. Joe was very much make sure everybody's in agreement. He's a very even in his drunkenness, he is a HR ambassador.
Indeed.
On the podcast.
Indeed. You niggas need to follow the fucking company line.
He has called me and given me a stern talking to when I have crossed lines. So yes. And I agree to it. But this nigga crazy. This is how crazy Eric Greeton, whatever his nigga's name is. He don't like Mitch McConnell.
He don't like what?
Like up here, he's like, no more rhinos. I'm not voting for Mitch McConnell. As much as Mitch McConnell done for these niggas,
Mitch McConnell is a rhino?
That's what he's saying. That's how extreme this nigga is, bro.
That's how extreme. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Mitch McConnell is the reason Roe versus Wade got overturned.
I know.
Sole reason.
We know this, but I'm saying
Mitch
this
McConnell
how crazy.
Put in so much work.
This how crazy.
He got bodies on this motherfucker.
Yeah, he got hella bodies, dog. They need to give him awards and ribbons and you know what I mean, Purple Hearts and all that type of shit. I don't know all the military lingo, but you know what I mean. He needs some sort of heart for the conservatives.
Well, actually, if it's Mitch McConnell, won't be no more bodies because abortion will be illegal.
I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm here. But nigga, death penalty now, so fuck this.
Oh no, definitely no. We ain't gonna get you now. We'll get your ass later, nigga. We'll see.
Right.
See you at the crossroads. You won't be lonely.
I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Don't worry, we send you to meet that nigga, man. All right, moving on to
everybody. I'm gonna miss everybody.
Not an asteroid, but definitely news that the Earth is tired of y'all niggas. Afghanistan earthquake kills at least 1,000 people. Total expected to rise. And when I first heard about it, it was 1,000 people that had died, and there were at least 600 plus injured.
I heard over 1,100 today earlier.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And they were saying that there were still people. You know, like Roger just said, there's still people missing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Earth knew what the Supreme Court was gonna do today. They said, you know what? No abortion. We got you. We gonna get.
And they said we holding some money. We holding like so many billions of dollars from the government ever since the Taliban took over. So they trying to get some of them funds released. You know what I'm saying, for aid and shit. So. I don't know the details.
Y'all should have had niggas falling off of planes and shit, nigga. Fuck that.
Nigga. Jesus.
They were from Saudi, but sir. Nigga. Hey man, good night, nigga. Go to bed so you can catch your plane.
Yeah, it's time for you to go. You got a flight in the morning, don't you?
Yeah, you don't need to be talking about.
I'm trying to fall off the fucking plane like them niggas.
You don't need to be
hanging onto the wheels and shit. Stop.
Hey, if it happened,
this is why Joe trying to get you to go to church. He wants you both to repent for your sins.
Yes,
for laughing.
Repent.
He's trying to save both of y'all souls because y'all be fucking up.
I'm doing a lot like my mind.
Hey, dog. Hey, hey. Before you charge the cabin door, dog, just yell out "Brothers Breaking Bread," niggas. That way people hear.
Brothers Breaking Bread.
Something wrong with y'all, dude. Something wrong with y'all.
This shit.
What you say?
We gonna take out the Capitol. We gonna finish the 9/11 mission.
What?
All right, we moving on, dog. Bill Cosby not sweating $500K verdict against him.
Hold on, man. Joe said he was here for a good time, not a long time. Joe, you kind of here for a long time. You know what I mean?
Like, this shit fun. We ain't got a podcast no more, nigga. They already took that shit.
We gonna find another home. We gonna be good. We gonna be good until they take.
We're going to Black Effects.
Black Effects.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Roger don't like Charlamagne. My bad.
He okay. He's just a little rapey. But hey, Bill Cosby not. he a tad too rapey for me. Sorry, sir. Bill Cosby not sweating $500K verdict against him. That's all. Booyah. I don't know what that means. Go to jail. Go back to jail, nigga.
Well, I was wondering. I have no. It's a civil thing. It's like something from the early '80s, late '70s or something. But I think, from my understanding, it was something about a sexual assault at the Playboy Mansion of a. I think they said she was 16 at the time.
16 at the time. Judy.
And I was just wondering why she was at the Playboy Mansion.
That's
16. I'm not saying that whatever he may have done.
I ain't saying he
raped. I need to throw that nigga Hugh Hefner in jail.
I'm just curious. Why was she at the Playboy Mansion at 16 years old?
The same reason why 12-year-olds are being left alone with R. Kelly.
God damn.
Damn.
I'm just saying, bro. Because
you're right.
Motherfuckers be acting stupid.
Blame the parents.
Same energy.
Yeah, you got a point.
I hear what you're saying though. Like there should be somebody like, okay, you too.
No.
I hear.
Right.
No, I hear the question, but motherfuckers be acting stupid. They want to be included in that little bit of fame, and they sometimes they children to get included in that.
You're right.
Well, who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely right on
who knows?
that.
Maybe she snuck out. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what, man? I don't know why Bill Cosby's still here. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know whether he did shit or not. You know what I mean? I mean, he did some shit. He had to, but I don't know the extent of it. But bro, they let you out, man. I don't know why you ain't in Bahrain or motherfucking somewhere that ain't got no extradition.
You say Bahrain?
Yeah, I don't know. Ain't that where Michael Jackson went for a little while? Wasn't he in Bahrain for a minute? Because they didn't have extradition or something.
I
don't know. I don't know if it was Bahrain, but you know what I mean? Like, man, they gonna throw you out like a jail, bro.
It was the 70s. Quaaludes was in the streets, nigga. Everything didn't count.
Everything didn't count.
Nothing
Oh, too bad, nigga.
Tell Nick Cannon that.
Hold on, dog. This nigga Joe done turned into me.
Right.
Oh my God.
I got these Caucasians up in me, bro.
Wait a minute, you said Caucasians up in you?
That's what I was gonna say. That's the question.
White Russians, I'm on my.
Oh, okay. I'm like, hold on.
On my big nigga.
I'm about to say, hold
White
up.
Russians is sodomizing them.
I'm about to say, Clarence Thomas about to show up at your door,
It's the
nigga.
rules according to Thomas, nigga.
Oh man, but yeah, Bill. Let's go. I mean, Bill must be reading that more. He must have got the OJ script where I just don't go away. I write a book saying, "What if I did do it?" and then just act like everything all good.
Then they gonna get on Twitter.
Hey man, they can afford that shit. She was about to buy NBC.
Oh God.
He was.
Joe.
And he can. You're right.
You're right though. You can pay these niggas off, man. Come on, man.
Nah,
break them off a little something.
Yeah.
Nah, I agree. I'm about to sue the motherfucker. Motherfucker did something to me while I was watching Cosby. It was the episode when they were singing the Ray Charles.
I can't. Hey, Zeb, I can't buy NBC, nigga. I can't do this shit. I ain't got NBC money, nigga. I gotta be on my P's
and Q's. All right, man. Moving on to good news. Colombia's first black vice president, Francia Marquez vows to reduce inequality. Marquez grew up.
Colombia. That's like them Comos, like there.
Bogota.
See the vice president of Columbia, Missouri, nigga.
Damn,
that's pretty good.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm not even. When I went to go vote last April, we had a mayoral election. And I was looking at my ballot. I was like, "Where the fuck is the mayor at?" You know. And I asked the election worker. I was like, "I didn't see the mayor election." And it turned out that I actually don't live in Columbia city limits. So I guess I'm not a Como.
Where the fuck you live?
I know, right?
Nigga, you live in Camden City, nigga?
My address say Columbia, but you know. But I don't pay. I gotta pay for trash service. You know, I don't get the city trash service and shit. So.
But hold on.
I guess I'm on in a gray area.
Hold on, Zeb. You didn't get on the internet and find out that you didn't live in Columbia?
I did not. All my mail say Columbia. So.
But you should have got on the internet and search for it and figure it out for yourself.
I didn't think I needed to, Roger.
I know. Sometimes you don't know if you need to. You just gotta search for it.
I was misinformed.
You're misinformed, dog. You got the fake news. I'm just joking.
I got the fake mail. You ain't got to pay my bills.
Hey, don't do that. I was like, hey, y'all heard? I called Zeb. He ain't answered like the last 2 weeks. Pay all that shit. Nah, I'm being stupid. But that's good shit, man. Yeah, first black for black Colombians.
She's a miss. She's not married. She's previously a housekeeper, but she's also known as being a strong activist, environmental activist.
Yes.
She
she was in the presidential race also. Go ahead, my bad, Kim.
No. Keep it going. I don't want to, slide over that. I mean, sis is doing big things.
Viva la revolution.
Yeah, I watched an interview with her. It was being translated, of course. That was done. This was before the race took place, and I just remember her. I didn't, I was kind of doing some other things as I was watching it. But just like Kim was talking about, she's she has a history of activism, and she was really highlighting just the inequalities in Colombia amongst the black, quote unquote, black Colombians,
right?
Especially the black males who are dying at a high rate of gun violence in Colombia. I just saw some parallels between here and there that I wasn't aware of because I don't really know shit about Colombia other than Pablo Escobar and what's that show on Netflix called? What's that shit? The drug dealer show. I only seen
Narcos?
one season. I only seen the Pablo season.
Narcos?
Narcos. That's it. Yeah, that's about my extent of Colombian knowledge. You know what I mean? So I thought it was interesting, man. And congratulations to her though. Congratulations to her, and I hope that she makes a positive impact on that country.
For sure. Salute, Queen. All right, getting towards the end of the show. Fuckery time.
Oh shit! I like that.
You like that? Thank you, Zeb. I appreciate it. Try to have better segues in our segments here.
This is not gonna end well.
Oh, it's gonna end perfect.
Oh shit! My bad. I mean, coughing to the mic. Sorry. Yeah, and that is not an iron skillet, so I'm impressed. Let's go.
No.
Oh shit!
No,
damn!
That motherfucker said I'm out.
Yeah, now this white woman. I don't know if she got too close to the.
That a woman, and that is
that's a whole man. That's
a man.
A man. He got
my
the
screen
same
is little. I
That's an Aussie.
I think that's a
That's an
woman.
Aussie. Oi.
I think that's a woman because they were talking about on the Dan Laboratory
Nigga, it's a
show.
man. It's a man.
They were talking about on the Dan Laboratory show. They said it was a woman.
Well, Kim found the video, like the whole video.
Yeah, because I needed the sound effects. You know, I need a full immerse.
I feel she found the video, but where on it says it's a man or a woman?
Okay.
This ain't the video.
Let me go find the
this ain't the whole video. Kim found the whole video.
Kim said her eyes.
It's the one that you sent to me.
No, that's not the one I sent. I don't think.
No, Kim sent the whole
Hey, you know what?
video.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. I'm impressed.
That's good.
I'm
action.
impressed too.
That's good action. About that action, let's see if my let's see. Y'all keep talking about other things.
Well, you want to talk about? We'll talk about it.
Was that's a crocodile, right? That was a crocodile, not an alligator, right?
Crocodile hunter.
Yeah.
Good.
The motherfuckers move, right?
Look at the beautiful coloration.
Crikey,
Faster
mate.
they move.
Crikey, look at the beautiful coloration. Strike that fucker with a fucking iron pot.
With an iron pot. Hey man, them heavy skillets come in handy, bro.
Coming back. Where was that? Bam. There we go.
He's looking for the fucking video.
There we go.
Now, what would have been dope if he would have killed that motherfucker and cooked it in the same skillet.
Let's see.
Can we pause?
That look like a man.
We gonna correct? Are we correcting as we go?
Bam! Hit that bitch with the bam.
Oh, that motherfucker went down to the crocodile.
Yeah,
he came down the stairs like, hey.
Yeah, he went to it.
They try to say that he was charging though.
I would have stayed upstairs.
That is a man.
He said, no, there's a fucking croc in the backyard. Hold up. Let me handle this.
I'm waiting on the croc.
And that's a red sign in the fucking backyard that says beware the crocodile.
He minding his business.
He did nigga with two good ones and the croc said, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna head back. It's fine.
He just got a 2-piece. He didn't get
That ain't the first time he's done that.
Yeah.
Nah, not at all. Yeah.
Anyone get that on video?
Aussie.
Oi.
Oh, get out of here.
And they kept the dinner party rolling.
Yeah.
Good day, Mike.
I throw a few more shrimps on the barbie.
Oh shit. This motherfucker here.
This bitch don't understand gravity.
I don't understand.
Oh, I did see this one. Oh yeah.
It's just wonderful.
This was all bad.
I don't understand. I don't understand any of this video.
Why the fuck she on like them fucking stepathon boxes, nigga? Them fucking.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't understand any of this right now.
She ain't understanding the assignment.
Okay, hold on. We'll play the video.
So you got three motherfuckers. Weighted bags and they are doing like this fucking kettlebell thrust.
It's supposed
up
to be
into the air.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the two gentlemen understand to throw that shit behind them.
Throw it behind you. You're supposed to throw it back.
This young lady threw that motherfucker up at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Hey,
she ain't know that what goes up must come down.
Who was that the meme? Was that Swanky P? Is that the meme with the Lakers where he shoot it and turn around and start dancing and that motherfucker bouncing out the rim as he's dancing?
Yeah, that's Swaggy P. Yep.
That's Swaggy. This bitch did a Swaggy P because look at the celebration. Look at it. She's like, yeah, I did it. Oh.
Wait, hold on. It's little on my screen. That motherfucker didn't just hit her.
It came around her neck.
It came
it went around her neck.
Hey, what was the call? What was the call we did on that shit? Was that over the fucking back or what was that?
On this one, I didn't make a call. Every time I watch the video, I just start partying.
I had to remember what the fuck I called, nigga. That shit was.
bitch.
Hey, but hold on though.
Violating.
Hold on, my man on the left though.
I don't know. I said it's a block. She didn't let the fucking man land. She didn't let it land.
Yeah, right.
She ain't give special lands.
She bridging like a motherfucker.
Nowadays. That's a flagrant.
Yeah, nigga, that's a flagrant. That's what you saw from fucking Horford in the finals, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Hey, dog, but like everybody is like my man on the left here. This nigga doing this Rain the Man dance, and she about to die.
Yeah, he is. She about to die.
My man in the middle is the only nigga that understands that this is not good.
What's happening?
None of this is good for anybody.
Yeah, horse collar, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
Oh shit!
Who throws the bag?
Hey, if you gonna do a fucking kettlebell throw over your head, make this shit go over your head, nigga. Make this shit go past you. Do not send that bitch 90 degrees up in the air, because that bitch will come down.
Don't worry about how high you get it. Make sure it go behind your ass.
Yeah, she better than me, niggas. I'm looking up in the sky. make sure that bitch is not coming back down.
I'm just moving, just stuff.
Nigga, and she on these yoga step-up boxes. Nigga.
I don't understand the boxes though. Was it because? Oh, you know what?
She ain't tall enough.
There you go.
Kettlebell throw going.
Yeah, you're right. I was about to say it. I was about to say it.
Yeah. You're right.
That nigga did say, "Ooh."
I only heard it that time. I wasn't
Yeah, see how the sound makes it so much better when you got that full richness of it.
Right. Yeah, that was the full experience.
Hey, show notes, motherfuckers.
Show notes, the videos. Yeah, man, we reached the end of the tabs, man. We said we was gonna keep it short and sweet. Any caveats out there?
Nigga, she reached the end of the tabs too, nigga.
Throw the kettlebell behind you. Kettle bag, whatever the fuck
my
it is.
closing remark is this. In my prayers the other night, I was asking, because I prayed the way I talk, I was like, Lord, just deliver something to my guts. Put something in my guts. And I did not.
Whoa. You said the Lord to deliver something in your guts?
Stand down, 10.
Is that what 10 means? Hold on, ma'am. You can't get on this podcast talking about after the Lord.
Stand down.
Hey, that nigga 10.
That's what Donald Trump said that one time.
That nigga 10 meters got. That nigga 10 meters got a fucking satchel of grapes, and he about to fucking take off right now. He about to be in Kansas City in 10 minutes. She said, Lord, deliver something in my guts.
Miss Kim, I apologize for
that nigga. Hey, that nigga 10 about to show up in a white robe with some blood, talking about it's the blood of Christ, nigga. What is up?
Oh, what the fuck?
You talking about the blood of the Lord and the bread? Oh no! Okay.
Hey, you said in my guts. In my guts.
Because the way I talk is how I pray. God knows my heart. Y'all leave me alone.
Well, 10 said he ain't trying to touch your heart. He trying to touch your guts.
The government in my guts. That's what I was saying all that to say. I do not want the government in my guts. So I'm gonna be more specific in my prayers. Yeah. Moving forward.
10 said his nickname is government.
I feel like you ain't gotta be more specific though. You said the Lord knows your heart, so
yeah.
But no sense of humor.
I'm sorry. Yes, Kim, I'm sorry. But I don't think 10 is trying to learn your heart. Trying to learn your guts.
10 knows my heart. Y'all need to stop playing like that.
I'm joking.
Don't do that. Cause 10 got a good heart. He good people.
Mm-hmm. He's want to lay heart to heart with you.
Oh, I'm down for some skin to skin. Don't play with me now.
Easy. Triple B podcast. Never miss a moment. Break bread. Sisters.
Morning.
That nigga said I'll be there in the morning.
I think he might mean that literally.
That nigga's on I-35 right now.
Hold on. If 10 was
going to 70.
My man 10 funny, but if he had this joke game on point, that nigga would have logged out of Skype. To let y'all know he ain't fucking around. Ah, shit. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Miss Kim. I'm sorry. Whew. I didn't know that was the laugh that we needed. I'm sorry. But I definitely know. We know what you meant. We do know what you mean. We do know what you mean.
Yeah,
yes,
we know. Yeah.
Thank you.
I wasn't gonna act on it because I was trying to respect you.
No, they're just disrespectful. That's all. Just disrespectful.
Triple B podcast. Never missing my.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't be.
Ain't they though?
This nigga here.
Shit, ain't they though?
Hey, that nigga 10 gonna show up and react to scene from Money Talks. They put their hands on you. Was it like this? Or was it like this?
Or was it like this?
Oh. Kim gonna be like, wear your shirt, nigga.
I forgot what the whole point of Kim's speech was about. Oh no.
Something about guts. And the Lord knows she needs something in her guts. 10 done.
We needed a lighter moment, okay? I just wanted to stay on the good light moment.
Shit. Oh man. Woo. I'm crying. I'm crying for real.
Mission accomplished.
I'm crying. Unintentional humor is always the best humor. Oh shit. Okay. So like I said, tabs tabulated. Any caveats? any more prayers or requests out there?
That nigga 10 gonna tackle it like this fucking heavy bag.
Oh man,
he might show you these kettlebells, nigga.
Oh no.
I'll see y'all later, dog.
Oh, nigga, don't no, nigga. You stay on here. Don't you be trying to get a head start on the road, nigga. He talking about I'll see y'all later.
We see that slick move.
Yeah, he like I'll see y'all later.
I see you trying to steal second base.
They took you
trying to go home, man. We trying to
Oh man.
Trying to steal home.
I'm trying to go home.
My bad.
All right. Yes, Miss Kim was right. That was as we pointed out. You probably didn't hear over the video. That was a man. Yes. Oh shit. Woo. Okay. All right, man. Tabulated. We getting out of here, man. Miss Kim, Honey Buns, Zeb the Soldier, 10 meters, half of the brothers of Doom, Joe, Jeff, KC, Stork here, Triple B podcast, Brothers Breaking Bread. Never, ever, ever miss a moment to break bread with your brothers and sisters. We out.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.
Just like the story behind every amazing song, Nashville has a lot to share beyond the world-class tunes that make us Music City. Taste the good life from our amazing chef-driven restaurants. So good that they will make your palate sing. Indulge yourself in our new upscale hotel scene, many with remarkable rooftop views, and our first-class shopping that'll leave you wanting more. Visit Nashville and take your playlist to a whole new level. Plan your trip today at visitmusiccity.com.
Audio Jungle.